turn the Twitch thing live so that I can then check it on. I'm using my phone to check it.
I gotcha.
So give it a second to actually go live for me.
Yep.
Is this to also check the commentary? Is that what you're doing?
No, this is me checking that to make sure I've got all of you guys' volume set right, so that you're not drowning things out horribly or getting drowned out.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fair.
Well, clearly Lark died, seeing as it cut away right as the tree hit him.
Okay, just do some conversation so I can test the volume.
So what were you guys doing when I hopped in? I assume ranking.
I was literally writing up a tier list of all the dungeons in Final Fantasy XIV.
How long did
And
that take?
Literally finished as
long.
John got back.
Okay.
Not too long. He was doing it for like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just because like there's some where it's like there's some that merit discussion, and then there's some that it's just like godlike trash, disgusting, amazing. That we all agree on.
It's just like with God fucking Riplark here. How is he supposed to take all this all at once?
Here goes.
It's okay.
I don't believe you.
Here goes.
But yeah, the general discussion.
I know this game has the designs by the Eureka 7 artist, but he really just kind of looks like Winston, but long. And with like a big sword.
With a big sword.
And as far as I remember Winston Thurston.
Yeah.
Also, I can't believe that Eureka 7 has a main character named Winston. It's like the least cool name you could imagine.
That's just the breaks, my dude.
True. Also, this isn't the most like interesting attract mode. It's just kind of arc
get the shit beaten out of him by a bunch of monsters.
Well,
okay, I think I've got all you guys' volume good.
It's just Ark getting the shit kicked out of him a lot.
Well, yeah, and I'm surprised they don't show like any of his techniques or skills other than like basic attack.
They show his first like skill that he has, which is that flippy chop deal.
Does it like evolve as the game progresses or something?
He gets more skills.
No.
Does the attract mode evolve?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I ever actually looked at it past then. Anyway, Arkwright's Fantasia.
Yeet.
All right, let's get it out of the way, gentlemen.
Oh, I already titled the stream appropriately.
Oh, you ain't
Did
running
you?
from this game? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You ain't running from this game. No
way.
Heads up.
All right. I was gonna say, I figured we had to get the obvious joke out of the way.
What obvious joke? There's like 20 you can make with this game.
Well, I'd also point out that its acronym is literally ARF.
Arf?
Yeah,
ARF, ARF.
Yeah, that's also the acronym for the Aetherochemical Research Facility.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of unfortunate initialisms and acronyms out there. Let's not kid ourselves.
I think this is a setting, I don't know if I've seen this setting in any other game, a sharpness level.
Is that for like the sharpness of the graphics?
Yes, it is literally an anti-aliasing slider.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Usually it's just an option, like an on-off option. It's a toggle, not a whole fucking slider.
That's pretty rad.
I don't think I've ever seen that in another game.
Yep, Kenichi Yoshida.
Visual concept, quote, progress design.
Progress design.
Why is there doubt in that?
Yasunari Mitsuda?
Yeah.
Matsuda was the main composer on this.
Huh!
Wait.
I knew the music was good, I just didn't... Huh,
This is written by Takumi Miyajima?
Yep.
Oh.
What has he done?
She is the writer for Tales of the Abyss.
Oh, that explains a lot.
You may end up finding some similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains so much. That just man, these CG models look so bad.
They do.
Some shoulder pats of solidarity here.
I was about to say, they look better than fucking the PS2 version of Ark Nefishtim's models, though.
I'll be honest, the actual, like, regular gameplay graphics of this game honestly hold up pretty decently. It's not a bad-looking game, but this pre-rendered stuff looks kind of weird.
The pre-rendered stuff looks really bad.
This was the weird
actual
age.
in-game models are actually, like, super pretty. I love them so much.
This is the weird age of like the pre-render of the FMVs and stuff.
Kinda, yeah.
Hey, who's this
That
guy?
boy don't
I have
look right,
no
I tell you
idea
what.
who he would be.
Yeah, it's weird because the in-game models. Yeah, and then we shift to the actual in-game stuff, and it looks nothing like the CG.
That was a
The
weird
color- I was
transition.
about to say, the
That
color
was a
palette's so much
sick
better.
transition.
Everything just looks better.
Might just like to turn the volume down just a touch more.
See, there's not a whole lot you can really do during the tutorial.
Right.
I mean, you just hit the thing, but good.
Just bonk.
Yeah, hit it.
Dang. Tough one, aren't you?
Fucking crusty audio quality.
Hell yeah.
Take this. All right. Now you're going down.
Look, it was a Wii game. Not everything was super great audio quality.
I'm not gonna question it.
Also, nice of all these knights to just fucking hang back and let Lark handle it by himself.
I'm going to assume the audio quality you're referring to is specifically the voices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the music sounds fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, the recording quality wasn't the best.
Oh shit.
This game runs into a similar situation like if you've played Tales of Symphonia, where certain characters kind of sound like they're talking into a can sometimes.
Mhm.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Brings to mind the opening narration by Kratos in Symphonia. Which sounds like he's kind of talking like this.
This is more like this is
Well here. What the
this is
hell?
more like Arc Fall Fantasia, man.
Right? I'm sorry, that's such a weird moment to have the title screen pop up as the hero's just plummeting to
It's such
earth.
a weird moment for the title screen to pop up and for the music to swell like that.
Right? Like the
That's just-
heroic
that's-
swell as he's plummeting to the ground.
The audio direction in this game is already starting. Oh, okay.
You didn't account for the exploding dragon, the classic blunder.
What the?
What the?
Yeah, magic singing. That's Takumi
Yep.
Miyajima, alright.
Yep.
Like I said,
Magic-
you may notice some similarities.
Magic Girl literally has special magic language that does spells with songs and stuff. I see
That
she's
dragon, I suppose.
now. I see she's taking a page out of Yuna's book now. Put the monsters to rest before they become fucking sin or whatever.
She did the sending.
Yep, exactly.
I may not be remembering it, but I'm also pretty sure the game never does like this full pre-rendered CG stuff like again.
The fell dragon
Not even for the ending?
has returned
I
to
don't.
the earth.
Maybe in the ending, but I don't think for the rest of the game you really ever see this.
I mean, that's not terribly uncommon, to be honest.
You saved me, didn't you? Well, thanks. That was close. But that wasn't magic, was it? Him magic, perhaps?
The like
Sure.
diction
That
on
wasn't-
all of their lines.
That wasn't magic. Was it
What?
him magic?
What tipped you off? Her singing a hymn, maybe?
And there she faints.
Whoa, whoa.
Oi,
Oh.
oi.
Sorry.
Oh.
You got any candy bars or something, man?
I'm sorry.
I could really use a Snickers.
My blood sugar, bro.
You really took a beating. What's a girl doing out
What?
here?
She didn't get hit at all.
girl?
I'm assuming she's talking
Are you
about he's
talking
talking about
about me?
taking a beating from like prior to their
Yeah,
encounter.
I don't know your name.
I mean,
Sorry,
the
I
art
wasn't trying to
model
be
being,
rude.
you know,
I'm
undamaged doesn't
Lark,
exactly
and
help
you
deliver
are...
that notion.
Rude? What is rude?
I thought that was her name.
What?
No, that
And you are
anyone
rude.
have-
Girl. Do you call everyone girl?
Yes,
What?
actually, it's a compulsion.
What are you
I'm sorry, I've
talking
been
about?
working on it.
I'm a diva. But you can call me Rifia.
Huh? What kind of a weirdo are you?
A weirdo? A
He's
diva
laughing.
is
So,
a term
he's
for a
laughing so
strange
hard it
person.
peaked his microphone.
What is wrong with you?
Oh
What?
dear. Are you angry?
No,
Wait,
but
why?
I'm getting annoyed.
What?
Well, whatever. Okay.
Oh
listen,
man, this is already
let's
this
just
is
get
already
you somewhere safe
awkward.
for
Like
now. There might be
considering
more
this with
fell
like
dragons
actual
around
voice
here.
acting, but
Somewhere safe?
Yeah,
the voice
I think
acting, the
village of
special
Fantasia
voice
on the
acting makes
southeast
this
of
like
here.
surreal. I like it.
I'll take you
This
as
is
far
like-
as
This
there.
is
this is
some
like-
fucking,
this is like-
fucking on
this-
war stuff.
This is like some. This is like if David
This is
Lynch made an anime.
avant-garde.
This is like if David Lynch made an anime.
I'm a deep. It's
Thank
killed
you.
me, man.
Boy,
Oh.
what's going on here anyway?
I want to know that too. You haven't explained shit. He was fighting on the ship, and friggin' plummets to Earth. Girl comes out singing stuff. You haven't explained things. And then you have the main character go, "What's going on?" Gee, yeah, I wonder too.
And she joins the party. New destinations added to the world map. We haven't
Oh.
even had access to the world map
Right,
yet.
right. Like I have no idea where we are in relation to the world. I will say points for not having like a huge extended prologue, but at the same time, some explanation might have been nice.
A little bit of an
I-
exposition might have been okay. But also the set piece is really pretty. This is a pretty set
We
piece.
got Birdie for us.
Hey,
we
it's a
got
little dude.
Luckily, not everything is voice acted, so you don't have to hear it all the time. Although that may be a
You-
positive.
Are you kidding me?
out,
I want to
that's
do
a
the voice.
monster.
Right, exactly. Just the most keyed out. Huh?
It's coming. Get back.
Now see, that's the Yoshida art right there.
I'm going to fight too.
All right, stay behind me and provide support. Why am I sounding like fucking some
Okay.
Good job.
Keep up the great work. Oh God.
Before we go into battle, I have to explain something. You'll need to use a different strategy when fighting together
See,
in a
the,
group.
the thing about the voices in this game too is that like, I feel like the voice itself
What
fits
do
the
you
character
mean?
for the most part. It's just
Just-
that there was no semblance of direction because this game was directed
Well,
using
you know we can
like
only perform as many actions as we have AP
English
for, right?
like English speaking voice actors in Japan who normally do like advertisements and stuff.
Yes, I found that out.
Yep.
Of course.
And was also, I believe, directed by the Japanese direction, which means that they were directing a language they don't natively speak.
I know there's a
Every
game
action we
FAQs
take
thread
expands AP,
where
right?
Lark's voice
Gosh.
actor
Shit.
did
Was
like
she
a lot of
fucking talking to her mic
questions.
for that line?
Took a lot of questions. about that.
She was like trying to
When a party
devour her
fights
mic.
together,
God
everyone
almighty.
shares the same pool
I,
of
also, I
AP.
love the fact that in the text box, AP is just using the actual battle UI font.
Yes, I
When a
like
party
that.
fights
Just think
together,
about your
everyone
own
We
uses
had
the
enough
same
budget to
AP.
write AP once, and we're going to make as much use of it as we
That allows
can.
us to determine exactly who takes action and how many
Mark
actions
sounds
they
wrong.
perform.
Give me the
I
keys.
can just stand back and watch?
You could, but in most
I'll
cases,
fight
it's
too.
probably
I'll
best
stand
to
back and
perform
do
some kind of
nothing.
action.
Like, you could, but maybe you shouldn't.
A group that works together and divides up the actions equally is tough to beat. Anyway, we don't have time for any more chit-chat. Let's go.
We got some
Piece of
aggressive
cake.
onions on our hands. Pizza cake.
It's a staple of JRPGs that your early enemies have to be some sort of aggressive onion.
Aggressive cute onion.
It's a mandragora.
Mandragora. Man, I just came
Aggressive
off of playing
onions are the
fucking
best
Sword
kind
of
to
the
make
Berserk.
soup out of.
So the way this battle system works is you see your turn order, but you put in your whole party's actions in one go, and then it plays out. And I could have Lark just attack. I could have Lark just attack twice and use up all of our AP.
Yeah.
Right.
And have, like I said, have Rifia just not do anything.
I mean, that wasn't necessarily a bad idea.
No, in this case, it's actually better because he hits harder than she does.
It's up.
Yeah, she's the maid, the white mage.
Yes,
Please.
Yes.
You can
Yes,
select an
please.
action by pressing the character toggle button. You can see who's
Also,
going
much
to
like
act
Tales of the
next
Abyss, they
by
narrate
looking
your
at this.
tutorial as if the buttons are an in-universe thing.
So I just need to select an action with the character
At least it's not
right?
Michael McConaughey just narrating it in his deep-ass voice.
Right. Press the X
See, that's
button.
funnier, too.
Be careful though.
Press
Every
the
time
X
you use
button.
magic, you'll expend some MP.
B.
Oh,
I have
and
never
don't forget
played
to
an
confirm
RPG
everyone's actions
before.
by pressing the
Thank you
action
for
button.
telling me these
Okay.
concepts.
Piece of cake.
Okay, so
No, it's an onion, not cake.
so magic in this works on D&D rules.
It has charges, right?
You have spell slots.
Neat.
So I have
What do
three.
you want, boy?
I have 3 level 1 MP, which means that she can cast 3 level 1 spells before I have to recharge her.
Healing
Okay.
water.
Cool, thanks.
So yeah, no, it's, I can see where there's a few D&D influence
Must answer
here.
my
Like they're
calling.
clearly making reference to the action economy with like the we you know all have certain actions we can take kind of thing.
I'm glad
Yep.
you
Sorry.
didn't get hurt.
That's actually a pretty decent animation and good facial animations too. That's actually really surprising
I have
for
to
a
try
Wii game.
harder.
Better
Also,
fa-
if I
better
was
facial
going-
animations than Tales of Graces.
It's true.
I
Also,
am.
if I were to take a drink for every time she says "Must answer my calling," I'd be 2 drinks in already.
Yes, because that is just her. You switch to her on her turn thing. Yeah, I appreciate the fact that the models actually like maintain the art style pretty well.
Yeah, they actually look really, like I said, they look super pretty. But what's up
Honestly,
with that
the
fucking smug lark face?
That's just his. I don't know why, but he uses that face a lot.
I see Rifia's got the tilt to the head, tilt head to side confused expression down pat. Just Opazian. Topazion?
Topazian?
Topazian?
It's Topazian.
Topazian. I figured they were
Topaz.
going for like a Zion, like Topa Zion, you know.
Who
Oh, do we have
felt-
skits?
We have
We have
skits.
skits!
They are
have
unfortunately not voiced.
Ah, of course. Well, it's just like Tales of the Abyss.
Yep. In which they explained that thing that he went, oh no, it's that thing, and ran away from it, despite the player having no clue what that is, other than explosion, probably.
What were you thinking?
Bell Dragon.
That face does not match up with that line of dialogue.
Right?
No, that's why I'm asking. What's up with this fucking smug face?
That or he's like trying to come on to her or something? I don't know.
Or he's trying to be a smug asshole?
Wait, the dragons explode? Oh.
That kinda sucks.
But yeah, that's...
You sympathized with the monsters? Weird!
Also, we have skits frequently. Oh yeah, I should probably tell those airship guys that I jumped off of that I'm fine.
I gotta say, Meridian Empire is not the worst name for a country in an RPG I've heard.
No, it's fine.
It works. Oh god, we're already getting the backstory, Tub. You met... Yes! Exactly!
You know what, Matt? If you make a drinking game out of this, take a shot every time you see that fucking smug face from Mark.
You will
If he
die.
does, you get
I'm
drunk.
I'm already plastered, and I will be dead in 5 minutes if I did that. Oh god, birds!
I never noticed.
Ready Ready for
I-
battle.
So getting ambushed in this doesn't necessarily mean that your turn order is screwed up. It means that you start with less AP.
I see. So you only have like
I'm ready to
2
go.
this time.
Yeah.
Bonus to 1 allies. Water resistance. There we go.
Yeah, so she doesn't actually have any offensive magic out the gate.
Well, because she's like, they're kind of going for the white mage aesthetic here.
Yep. Naturally, I block with her and they both attack him.
Ready for battle.
And it's just a chick. Just
Yep.
a big fat baby bird.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
naturally,
do
you don't
appreciate
defend
how
the
much
bird?
Ready for
I do appreciate how much like the enemies and stuff move around in battle. Like, if you're not targeting one of them, they'll just move over to what they're going after in the middle of
Must
your
answer my
attack.
calling.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. We should hurry
I'm
on.
sorry.
You got some foul meat.
Who left this here?
That's a very good question that the game will probably never answer.
It's just a map, bro.
It is just a map. You are correct.
Be
Are we
careful,
saying it's just a
anyone.
map, comma, bro, or are we saying it was left by the map, bro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Must answer my calling. Following your lead. That went nicely.
Sound a little more enthusiastic about that, why don't you?
Ready for battle.
It
I'm
looks
ready
like
to
she
go.
just
I know
like
that Ripia is supposed to sound
Following your lead.
emotionally stilted, but that's just kind of silly.
We
she
should
sounds
hurry
like she took like a bunch of downers before she walked into the studio.
She does sound a little ambient.
No, see,
Right,
here's the
just
thing. She's not supposed to sound emotionally stunted. She's supposed to sound
on.
like
Attack while we can.
kind of
Cute anime.
naive.
Piece of cake.
She's supposed to sound like cute anime girl.
But yeah,
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
you
you
know
saw
what?
there that
I'm ready to
team
go.
attack is basically what happens if you have two people aim at the same target, and their attacks go off like in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got
Okay. What game had something similar to that? I can't fucking remember.
Oh, sorry. Following your lead.
A factor in the team attack though is that the actual animation of the attack has to go off in a row.
I have
Mm.
to
Like they
try.
actually have
Like-
to be physically in proximity and not attacking.
Well, we
at
saw
the
the
same time.
Yeah, we saw the difference there because Lark, on the first one, Lark was a couple of steps ahead of her, so it didn't
Yep.
go off at the same time, and then they were actually side by side on the
Show
second
me
one.
what you got.
Yep,
Piece of
positioning
cake.
does in fact matter in this game, and you can move characters around
I saw that.
to kind of like set points on the field.
Again, a kind of another like semi D&D kind of influenced
to go.
thing going on here. Do you get like flanking?
Oh, sorry.
Nah,
I
not-
imagine you'll get
not
more
really.
AP.
Ready for
That's
battle.
okay. It's an
I imagine
optional
you'll get more
rule
AP
anyway.
to do like more actions as you progress in the
Must
game.
answer my calling.
You get more AP partially based on your party size.
Mm.
Partially based on your party size. I mean, that sounds right.
Parties are 3 characters or 4?
3 active at a time.
Okay.
Water.
Cool. Thanks.
But because of
Ready
the
for battle.
the spell slot style MP, healing items and stuff will also stay pretty
easy as-
relevant because they essentially let you conserve your MP and not
Hmm.
use them for healing.
Right. When you have a Vancian magic system, you have to think about your spell use a little more carefully.
Yep.
Heads up, folks.
Are
Especially
there
when
actually
Ready for
MP
battle.
healing items in this game?
there are.
I'm
Okay.
ready to go.
Do the healing items in this game have a theme to them? Like, you know, the tails have the jellies.
I'll be
other games
perfectly
have, like,
honest, I don't
food.
remember.
We're about
Fair
to
enough.
find out.
I remember some stuff about this game, but I quite literally haven't played it since
Well, the basic
came
healing
out.
item is a heal liquid, so there's that.
I think if I remember right, I think most of the healing items are very like dryly named, to be honest.
I mean,
This
that sounds about
localization
right
seems
for-
somewhat dry.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Very Spartan and efficient, just like, okay, we're gonna...
Strange. It's sunny, but it's raining.
The devil must be beating his wife.
Who?
What?
You know
That is such an
expression?
overly specific
No.
expression.
But I like it. It sounds interesting.
That's like a southernism.
It absolutely is.
Watch your step.
You're wearing heels, you dipshit.
Gotta have the
God, there must be some kind of
Don't mention
expression
it.
for a sun shower in
Just be
Japanese, and
careful,
that was the
okay?
only
That was the only equivalent they could come up with.
the only colloquialism they could find.
Neville must be beating his wife.
It was the nearest approximation they could think of.
Because most people in English just call it a sun shower.
Yeah. Actual world map.
Woo
Wow.
baby.
I love those flat mountains.
Skits on my actual world map.
Yeah, coders are all over in the Valley of Silicon Lark. We've kind of got a monopoly on them.
I'll tell you right now, him talking about everything being made of code, no, this is not a Star Ocean twist.
Thank you for confirming that ahead of time.
It's not a Star Ocean twist, that's just what they decided to call, like, mana or ether or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as like phonons and the score.
Right, I was going to say, again, knowing that these games have the same writer, again, the similarities are very much coming through.
Monster encounters on the world map? Get the fuck out of
Ready
here!
for battle.
Oh shit.
Hey, look, the battlefield
Must
looks
answer my
exactly
calling.
like in the forest.
Because we're
Well,
still,
you're in the
we're
Or
still
in the
technically in a
forest.
forest.
Okay, fair enough.
Ready for battle.
Does this game do anything like different with the battlefield size or things like that?
I'm ready
No,
to
not
go.
really.
Okay.
You're generally going to have the same size arena most of the time.
Healing water.
Hmm.
I'm out of magic.
Thank you for...
Very informative.
That,
What the characters say actually does matter sometimes in battle.
that line does sound like she leaned into the mic to say it like, I'm out of magic.
She's actively been trying to eat the mic this entire game.
That
Revia
line
is very
especially-
hungry right
Yeah, exactly. That line especially, though, was like she kind of leaned in, like, did the
She
whole,
wants you really to know.
did the whole
Listen,
press
listen,
conference lean in, no comment kind of thing.
Listen, Revia is just really hungry, and just the mic is right there. She has nothing else in the room.
Look, I get that the mics probably have iron in them, but that's not a good way of inducing
Riffia's
iron.
really, Riffia's really pulling out the I may be stupid. I don't know what I'm oblivious to, so shut up.
Sheltered? Yeah, I had shelter. I lived in a house.
We should attack while we can.
Anyway, time for
First
bees.
attack. Obligatory JRPG enemy.
I'm ready to go.
Yes, that's it.
I'll do my best too.
Damn!
Ready for battle.
So, you see on the, I'm sure you've noticed on the AP gauge, it has like a plus on it, in this case +4.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
how
ho-
much you gain per turn,
Yep,
right?
that's how much you get back per turn.
Okay.
That just makes sense.
Yep, which means that
That
if you
makes
don't,
perfect
if I leave at least 2 of it in the gauge, the next turn I'll have the full 6.
Right.
So there is a degree of tactical thought in this to, you know, not necessarily using everything on a turn so you can pull out the big guns on a following turn.
Well, we're here.
Is this Topazion?
Yeah, we're at the far north end of the Empire.
The Empire? Do you mean the Meridian Empire?
Yes,
He said
the
that
one
3
he's a
minutes
part of.
ago.
I mean, the Meridian Empire is the only thing around here.
Oh, really? So I finally reached the Empire.
Huh?
Always have been.
You're not from the Empire.
I think they have said the word empire in every single line of dialogue so far.
They have.
I'm from Bennett Nash.
Bennett Nash?
What? That's in the Turamillion Republic.
Gemstones are clearly a
You do
theme here.
realize that
Yeah.
Turamillia and the Empire are enemies.
Hey, you.
It was my mother's dying wish.
That's odd delivery again.
What's wrong
Something
with
you
ya?
will notice is that the voice actors, if a line is written a certain way, they deliver it exactly that way.
Yep.
I feel a
So if
little
there's like
dizzy.
something that's supposed to indicate a stutter, they don't stutter it, they just
You're
read
probably
it
just worn
as
out.
written.
Let's get you to an inn.
Nice.
So you're basically saying they're line reading. They're script reading.
Yes.
What's an inn?
Because something tells me that's about all the direction they were given.
What do
Yeah,
you mean?
it's
It's
just
like,
read
ah,
these lines,
An
say
inn's
these
an
things.
inn. A place to sleep.
It's
I
it's
don't know.
incredibly obvious when there are certain lines of dialogue that have like a
Are
yell
there
in them,
beds at an inn?
because they will read it out as like "wah."
Of course there
How
are.
ready are we for to hear the fucking mics
Oh, how
peak?
wonderful! I've been
Like, how
sleeping on
often
the
is that gonna
ground for
happen?
days.
They don't actually peak the mics.
Aw, that's disappointing.
Whoa. Definitely.
They
inn
are
time.
professionals on some
you
level,
okay?
you know.
Can you walk?
They just didn't have a whole lot of direction.
Like, mic
Yes.
technique is one of the first things you learn. Just because I ignore it half the time doesn't mean I'm not aware of it.
I don't believe you.
You know, that's your right to do so.
So yeah, all the NPCs in here are labeled with distinct kind of
Good.
yeah. You get the idea. I forgot where my words were going there.
That's an awkward NPC label.
Mid-liquid.
No wonder I wasn't taking it. Jesus.
Here, kitty, have this healing potion.
Is there something he's wearing that indicates he's a mercenary, or are people just
I believe it's
omniscient
a
in that
little
aspect?
sigil on his jacket. I
Oh, that
believe
makes
it-
sense.
I think every game, by the way, uses the same exact cat soundbite.
Yes.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Pretty sure
You get-
Tails uses those exact same sound bites.
You get the stock the stock thing. the stock
Analyzer is also a potion. How do you analyze enemies with a potion? Do you just make them drink it?
So you don't have an
Doesn't
item
matter.
limit like you do in Tales games. You can just go up to 99 of things.
No, so
Baller.
it's just you know
Nice.
like a typical JRPG.
Yeah.
Also, to answer your question, Frog, obviously you throw the potion in their face, and then based off their reaction of pain, that's how you analyze them.
You have to see how they react. It's like, is it pain? Is it discomfort? Is it disgust? And
Exactly.
And,
Like-
and you look at them, it's just like, oh, I get it.
Oh, only
Now you're
plant
just going
monsters
into-
react with disgust.
Why have we just walked into this man's house and asked him, "Hey, do you ever want to move out?"
If you ever thought about moving out, you should probably move out.
My house now.
Are we secretly selling timeshares?
That's his job on the side, probably.
It's something he picked up on a lark. Oh!
Lark, I'm so glad. I knew you were alive.
What's it say, Rico? Who needs coffee?
What are you doing here?
It's ill.
Lightship Fleet 2 returned from duty. So I thought I'd come and find you.
This guy really does sound
You
like
can
Sam
explain
Riegel,
later.
just on a
Rithia
shit ton of
needs a
ketamine.
place to rest.
Right?
Rifia? Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Honestly, so far he's probably had some of the best
Hmm.
voice acting.
So that's
So
what
far.
happened after you fell from the lightship with that fell dragon.
He mostly just sounds a little zonked out most of the time.
Yeah.
No, but like his delivery is fairly
This has
good.
become a complete
He-
mess.
they're
He's doing the
What am I
best.
supposed to do about her?
They're doing the
His stuff
best.
sounds relatively natural. I
Don't talk like
have
that.
I have to stress
Imagine
the word
how hard it
relatively.
must have been for her to come here from
It's not hard to
Termina.
sound natural when you're surrounded by people who sound like aliens.
Also, smug
If
face
there's
Lark
some
again.
way we can help her,
Just
then I think we should.
every time I see that face, I am
You're
constantly
just as nice
questioning
as
if it's
always.
totally
In
appropriate
fact,
for the
you're too
scene.
nice for your own good.
Never
You know
is.
that?
I can tell you that right now.
I mean, what's the prince of an empire doing looking for one missing legionnaire?
I
You
think
don't expect me
Lark
to
does a
just sit
decent
around
job
while
of at
my
least
friend is
trying
in
to get
peril, do you?
the lines read right. You can tell he's putting an effort into it.
I mean, I would
Well, we
assume that
slew
most
the
people are putting an
Felddragon,
effort
right?
into it.
I'm not going to be treated as a deserter, am I?
But you
You have to-
That would mean
you
that
occasion
my
you occasionally get
contract
deliveries
money
though,
would
just,
be-
just like that earlier. Just yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember that this is literally the first video game he ever worked on.
Always about the money with you, eh? Don't worry. You'll be paid just as stated in the contract.
Phew. Well, good. I put my life on the line back there.
That was a decently
I'll be
delivered
right
line.
back. I need to report that you've been found. Would you mind preparing for the journey?
I mean,
before
you're
she
the
wakes up?
authority, so
The
do you
journey?
really have to?
You're going to take Rifia over to where she's going, right? I'm going with you.
Is a prince allowed to traipse around without his bodyguards?
You'll
You've
be
just
my
been
bodyguard,
promoted,
won't you?
motherfucker.
Ah, yes, of course, Your Highness.
One more thing. I'd really appreciate it if you'd check around the village for any Felddragon
Every now and then you can hear a line where it's almost like they have to stop and catch themselves for a second.
It sounds like
the
the,
village elders
It's
should be
like
able to
they're
offer
reading
you
the
some
line as
information.
they're saying it, and they have to catch themselves to make sure they're
It's-
on the right line or they're saying it
it's-
correctly.
it sounds like they're doing. They only got to do
Oh,
like one
right.
take.
You
Yeah.
can't be forgetting the plight
They
of your
probably
subjects,
only had
huh?
maybe one or two takes at most.
Do you
And
probably
that
it,
seems
'cause, like,
degenerate.
sarcasm?
There's like a couple of
trust you'll
cases
have
where you
no
can tell they're
problems
quickly
doing what I've
breathing
asked.
through their nose as they're recording the line. It's a little more
Sorry for
noticeable
leaving
with
you
Elf
alone.
because he's kind of got a
Get
little
some
bit more of a
rest.
nasally take to it.
Rifia left the party.
Yeah, she left
Rip-
the party
yeah, who-
because she's taking a nap.
Rifia, who never said a line of dialogue during that scene. I guess they can only fit in 2 characters on screen at one
No,
time.
they can fit
She was-
more. She was literally taking a nap.
She was snoozing.
Oh, gotcha.
She was snoozing USA.
Is that all this guy has to say? Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Have you seen the girl in this photograph?
Have you
seen
seen
a
a
little
girl
girl
about
around
this
here?
tall?
Sure.
Answers to Cheryl.
Short, black hair, 7 years old. Her name is Cheryl. She's my daughter.
Yeah.
Give me just a
Radio.
second.
What's going
Huh.
on with that radio?
I think my favorite thing with Silent Hill is still just that one image of there doesn't seem to be a dog here. with, the dog just like jumping at him.
Well, to be fair, there isn't a dog in the doghouse. Harry's observation of that doghouse is correct.
I think my favorite edit of a scene from Silent Hill is there are disturbing images in this game and somebody's cut out
There are
disturbing. so it's
images
just-
in this
Yeah.
game. This game contains C.
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm just checking this walkthrough I've got up to make sure I don't miss anything immediately.
Oh god, it's one of those
RPG.
games. Right.
RPG.
RPG. Here's side quests on side quests.
Side quests on side quests, missables upon missables.
Yada, yada,
Did you
yada.
collect all the pine cones, good sir?
Of course, this guy is basically spelling out everything that happens in the cutscenes too, which is just a bunch of fluff I don't really need to read.
Are you reading this off Game FAQs? Was it written in the 2000s? That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Look, man, there's not that many options available. This was not a
I
game a
know.
lot of people played.
I wasn't making fun of you. I was making fun of the guide writer.
What does one
Apologies
have
if
to
you
do
girl-
to get them yourself described as mid-afternoon girl?
Only
It's
be
kinda-
up during the mid-afternoon.
Yeah. She's only active between the hours of like 2 p.m. and 4 p.m.
Got a very odd work schedule. Apologies if there's occasional banging around on my end.
It's all good.
I'm Lark Bright Lagoon, Legionnaire of the Meridian Imperial
That
Army.
sure is a name.
Jesus, damn, what a name.
He says after just walking into a house.
Hi, I'm
I'm just on my way back from hunting Felddragons up north. Have they been causing you any trouble?
You're from the army?
Well, you must be exhausted. Luckily, our village has magic to repel the fell dragons. You can relax safely here.
That's
That guy
good to
sounds
hear.
like he's literally
Has
just someone they
anything out
pulled
of
in
the
from the
ordinary been
hallway
happening?
and said, "Hey, can you record like 4 lines?"
Need 2 lines of dialogue.
Come to
Yeah,
think of
sure.
it, I've heard rumors of a wrecked Tremillion ship on the east coast.
A Republic ship? I'll report that once I get to Royal City. By the way, is there a
Not
doctor
the
in this
Royal
village?
City, just Royal City.
Yes, there is.
Can you send him to the inn for me? One of my companions may be sick.
Yes, of course.
That sure definitely won't cause any problems, no sir.
Dog, wise-looking dog.
Orc.
A strength leaf.
Rank leaf. Does that increase your strength?
It might.
It probably does.
Oh god, those little search points aren't
Can
even.
we really leave you by yourself?
No, they don't
like
even
this?
sparkle. You just have to rub your face on everything.
I'm
Nice.
sorry to be so
That's
selfish
some
with you.
ancient ass
My brother
JRPG
Vice
shit.
will probably be upset.
Very well.
Hey,
They say white's wrong.
I was gonna. Yep. I was like, wait.
It's fine.
You're a very selfish prince.
To be fair, Soda's like,
Apparently, I chose
Yoa.
the wrong friends.
You're a very naughty
Well,
prince.
if you're-
Right,
friend
like
says
Lark's
so,
face
it
on
must
that
be
was the worst possible.
Ah, are you the doctor this
Correct
elder
from the
sent?
prick.
Indeed I am. And you are?
look at this doctor just wearing his surgeon cap out everywhere.
He looks like he's wearing the
coming.
outfit
Follow
from
me.
Willy Wonka when they go into the TV room.
There's nothing wrong with her. She's just very tired.
Wow.
That's good.
My prognosis: a nap.
Sleepy.
However, there's a dragon gem stuck to her skin, and I can't remove it. Strange, this.
Dragon gem? You mean the gems found on fell dragons?
No shit.
Doesn't everyone have one?
No.
That might be normal in your country, but it's definitely not normal here.
Really? How weird.
So says the weirdo.
Lark,
See, that's an appropriate
you
use of
shouldn't
the
talk
smug
like
face.
that. Thank you very much, Doctor. Here's your fee.
Take care.
Do
$1.
you have enough money to pay?
I diagnose you with tired. That will be $4,000.
Yeah. You have
You're
enough
not
money to
wrong.
pay.
Yes, I brought at least enough money to get us back to Royal City.
Also, he's the prince, so he actually doesn't
can
have
have
to
the
worry
remainder.
about healthcare, unlike everyone in this country.
Those Tremillions sure have some strange customs. Why would you attach dragon gems to your body?
All
I
the
don't
static
think I've
marks.
actually
Stick
heard of that
backflips.
custom before.
Exactly.
Oh well, at least you didn't have some mystery illness. So,
Good thing you didn't have
what's your
anime
plan now?
tuberculosis or something.
To follow my mother's dying wish to go to Java.
We're just gonna get that
the
right out of the
Meridian
way.
Empire.
No, I do
Jana?
appreciate her.
Do you know someone there?
Anime mystery illness.
No, I just need to go there.
But no
Jada
explanation
is
as to
home
why
to
you
one
need
of
to
the
go there.
Empire's critical energy sources.
I must go.
No way am I taking someone from the Republic there.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll go there by myself.
It's not about your safety, Rifia.
It'll be fine, Lark. Just as long as she doesn't go near the ray supply in Dragon Prison.
There's
Oh,
some
just
proper
tell her
nouns.
where it's located,
Jana
why
is on
don't
the way
you?
back to Royal City. Let's just take her with us.
You really are.
Don't
too
go near the
nice.
proper
I
noun in
mentioned that
location.
lately? Well, that's all fine and dandy. Is that okay with you, Rifia?
Will you really
I have
take me
no
to
idea
Java?
what you just said, so sure.
Huh. I'm sure.
like the name of
Mr.
this
nice
inn,
guy,
too.
Sir Alpha.
The eloquent
Eloquent
cat
cat.
in.
Oh, but you're nice too, Lark.
It's actually run by a very
Yeah.
foul-mouthed dog.
Is
That
Lark a
wasn't a-
student?
You've seen right
Is Lark a
through him,
tsundere?
Rifia. He may put on a tough guy act, but he's really a gentleman at heart.
He
Yeah,
is.
that's
Shut
just,
up.
he is a
Let's
super
just get her to Jada for now.
I mean, male
Thank you
tsunderes
both
are
so
valid. That's
much.
fine.
Griffia woke up from her nap.
That join the party jingle feels like it cuts off early.
No, it sounds about right. No, it sounds about right. It ends at like the appropriate part. Oh boy, a skit!
Oh, yeah.
The World Unknown, yeah, I really don't know anything about it. I take it Riffia's taking the role of our point of view character who doesn't know about shit, so the player
More or less.
gets shit explained to them.
What's an idiot?
What's an idiot?
Again with the smug face!
Frog, if I decrease that from every time the smug face, or if I decrease that to every time the smug face was used inappropriately, I'd still be drunk and dead.
Yeah, you would.
Now, if it was every time the smug face was used appropriately, I think I'd only be one drink in.
So, if any of you have played Mega Man Battle Network, this thing in the middle of the screen might look a little familiar.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We won't get to mess with that for a bit, but...
I like that there's a just secret.
I fucking love personal programs.
I also
was the fucking best.
I like the fact that Lark and Alf start with weapons with names that would be like the ultimate weapons in other games.
Is that alright?
No, Falmung, Caliburn maybe, but Falmung not really.
Also, for whatever reason, weapons and armor are completely different menus. Probably because of that personal program thing.
Probably.
Yeah, that's why.
But yeah,
why does MP have 4 different
because
things?
It's 4 levels.
Yeah,
it's
there's
4 levels.
level 1, 2, 3, and 4 magic. Yeah.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons, like John said.
Gotcha.
They can only go up to 4th level spells? This is not a very powerful market.
What does roll do?
Roll is just like starting battle position and AI tactics if you want to turn the AI on.
Okay. I assume the AI is stupid.
I've never even tried it, to be honest.
This doesn't seem like a game that would be worth like trying that on.
No, because you really want to have control over what your characters are doing in this.
But you mean I don't want them attempting to cast Marin Karin on every opponent? There's a Matsuru.
Our fucking stroke.
Arm Force. This is not a term we came up with after playing some Wild Arms one night.
It's your arm force.
So, basically, this is explaining part of that that little grid system.
Yeah.
Also, the proper term for it is called custom programs. I'm an idiot.
I knew what you meant.
It's been a minute, okay?
Although, if I remember, due to character space limitations, it was probably called, like, Custprog.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe, like, the actual, like, term for it was shorthanded to it, but I believe when it was referred to properly, I believe it was actually referred to as custom program.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you want to try this out? No.
I don't want to think about my Thord.
Oh my god.
Wait, but hold the phone. Isn't he supposed to be annoyed? Why does he look smug?
Because they only had, like, 3 faces, okay?
Come on! Was it too much money to have the fucking artist draw another face?
So, basically the way this works is, as you use a weapon, eventually these little tiles will get unlocked from it, and you can pull them out and stick them into the frame of other weapons.
Okay.
To essentially act as, like, character customization.
Mm-hmm.
And is that universal for everybody? Once you pull it out, anybody can use those?
Pretty much.
That's
pretty neat.
That's pretty nifty. And I assume weapons will have different weapons will have like more space.
No, you actually have the same amount of space, no matter what. You
Okay,
always have a
that seems
4x4 grid, and certain abilities take up more or less space on it.
Right.
Okay.
Like, this one takes up a full block because it's a chance to just get an extra swing, which is pretty useful.
That is actually
Right.
super useful. Do more damage and take less damage when fighting alone.
Yep.
Also, I noticed that the currency in this game is called Rico.
Yep.
Which just means riches.
Ah.
I mean, that's a fairly appropriate money term, I guess. Suits.
I mean,
it's
it's not,
suitable as
it's not a whole lot
fantasy
worse than Gald.
Or bits.
GP.
I'm very partial to Zenny.
Zenny's just fun
Zenny
to
is
say.
fucking.
I've always
Zenny's
been a fan
top
of. I've always been a fan of Potch myself.
What's that from?
Suikoden 2 onward.
Ah.
Heads up, folks. Piece of cake.
Monster
Pizza
designs
King.
are actually pretty solid.
Funger.
Funger. Not to be confused with bungers.
I'm ready to go.
We do like bungers.
We
They
love
attack
bungers
from the
too.
south. They're the Funger from down under.
Sunder Earth.
Following your lead. We should do this again.
Earthen spear.
Hey!
Ready for battle.
I'm ready to go.
Let's do this. Reach your end. That was easy enough.
We acquired
Necromush.
Necromush and Men's Fungi.
I have to try harder.
Guys, I'm going to be off for a second. Feel free to keep going.
This is our chance. Ready for battle.
I'm
But
ready
yeah.
to go.
World map
Let's do
is
this.
nothing super interesting. It's your typical world map.
But it's a world map.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Reach your end.
You!
I do what I can.
Ready for battle.
I'm ready to go.
So, are we all ready? Reach your end. Reach your end. Always keep
Meet your
guard
end.
up, like Master Zemner used to say. Let's take a break here.
But we just got started.
We have a lady with us. We have to be aware of her needs, you see.
Thank you, Alf, but I'm fine.
Huh. I guess she's still recovering from her last journey.
She just said she was
Oh,
fine.
I forgot to mention it, but a Tremillion shipwreck was sighted on the eastern coast.
Interesting. I should probably have that investigated.
Probably.
That might be my
We could leave it
ship.
alone, though. oh, that's
Your
mine.
ship? What do you mean?
Sorry, that's mine.
I'll go
My
clean it
home
up.
was attacked by strange people. A servant helped me escape, and I was able to reach the Empire by ship. But then we were attacked by fell dragons as we approached the coast.
Did the Fell Dragons get to the others?
Yes, there were just too many.
And after that was when you met me in the forest. What's with this talk of servants and your home under attack? Just who are you?
I'm a diva.
We've been over this.
I'm a diva.
I mean, yeah. You said that already?
Yeah, you said that earlier. But what is a diva?
You don't know, Lark? A diva is a priestess of the Republic's North Noirism.
A North Noir
Noirism.
priestess? That makes you someone special. No wonder you keep spouting all that weirdo stuff.
Lark, how many times do I have to tell you? Don't talk like that.
That sounded more like she was like coughing a little bit.
Yeah.
Walkie tree.
Tree boy.
Piece
Ooh.
of cake.
Now go beat up Lark.
A
I'm
trend.
ready to go.
So, are we all ready?
But yeah, see that now that we've got Ralph, we have 9 AP.
Correct.
I also noticed that in the roll screen
Piece
slash
of
status screen, it actually showed you how much, not only how much AP they contribute, but how much AP they regenerate per turn.
I'm
So it
ready to
becomes a
go.
collective deal.
Let's do this.
I assume that will go up as you level up or get
Gotcha.
upgrades that contribute to that.
Always keep your guard up. Like
I'm pretty
Master
sure that
Zelda
you can
used
get
to
like
say.
Arm Force things that help with that as well.
Question: If a
That's
party
kind
member
of what I
gets
was.
knocked,
That's,
if a party
Hey.
member gets knocked out, do they lose their part of the AP bar?
I believe so. So when it
Makes
says
sense.
expanded, it doesn't mean that you get more of the 4x4. It means more total. It means that more of that 4x4 becomes available.
Right. I assume the weapon points are per battle.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh boy, I love Rectangle City.
look, it's Jada. That wasn't a particularly far jaunt.
Nah. Nothing is super far apart on the world map in this.
That's fine.
Is this Jada?
Yep, this is where you wanted to go.
What's that tower?
That's Dragon Prison. The Empire is eternally short on Ray, so we keep a Rogress imprisoned in there.
Ray? What is that?
I feel like you're not painting your empire in a
Are
very
you
good
that
light when you just
dumb?
go, we keep
Ray
something
is the
imprisoned
energy
in the
that
jail.
supports everything.
Yeah, that's not something I would just casually say to somebody,
Using
especially from the
magic,
opposing
Flying
empire.
a light ship? Everything needs Ray. Even little kids know that.
God, you don't have to be so
Everything
angry
is
about
Ray.
it,
He's just
Mark.
a really useful guy.
Ah, I just want to... Nah.
Lark,
Nah.
you're not really in a position to be lecturing her about ignorance. You didn't know about divas, right?
I like Alf's,
Ray shortages
I like
require
Alf's
you to
snarky
capture
face.
and keep a Rogress.
Just like, yeah. You sure about that, bro?
Rogress are ancestors of the god Isa. Capturing one of them is very dangerous.
Why do you have an ancestor of God in prison?
Rogress emit
Not
an
Republican. I'm
unlimited
kidding.
amount of Ray. There may be a lot of danger involved, but we need Ray if the Empire is to survive. There's really no other way.
You sure about that, Al?
If you're gonna complain,
Like we said,
Save it
Ray
for
is
the
just a
Bohemian
really useful
fanatics.
guy. We don't know how to operate without him.
those jerks
Oh.
use machines to split the Ray stream and take the world's Ray all for themselves, thus leaving our cities without power.
Okinians? They're from Okina. To the south,
One would
right?
assume, yes.
I mean, yeah.
Are you serious? I've never heard of a race shortage in the Republic.
But
I've
you've
heard
never
the
even heard
Republic
of what
has
Ray
enough Ray
is.
because the
How would you
divas
know if
are
there was a
able to
Ray
call
shortage?
Rogress with their
That is
hands.
a very good question.
That
Really? I've never heard of that before.
But you're a diva!
Is she really a diva?
I think so. Well, I think we should go and greet the commander.
I don't think
Yeah,
they thought
probably.
this through.
something is wrong here, and I don't think it's the
Yeah,
game.
you're right. I think the commander's
I don't think
name
it's
was...
in game.
Clyde. He used to be captain of the Palace Guard.
yeah. That old guy stationed here?
Would you mind coming with us, Rifia? I can't be leaving a diva from the Republic alone to walk these streets.
Of course I'll go with you.
I don't think you understand quite what that means, but okay.
Second Nomad Sun. Is there like a third Nomad Sun, a fourth Nomad Sun? Is it one of
There
those
might
deals?
be.
The dog.
There is a dog. You are correct, Ruin. Adorable.
Adorable dog.
It's a ship.
Ship. It is a ship. You're right. I like how sleek and quick it is to actually like save.
Oh yeah, saving is super fast.
That's
good.
such a slick interface. I love it.
Luckily, this guide does point out where the hidden items are.
Cure all.
Now for another tutorial.
Onga bonga, me no need no magic.
Nah, man, I'm dumb as fuck. You think I can read?
Boldly assuming I read the instruction manual. Boldly assuming you read.
The item get jingle in this just sounds like something out of Fire Emblem to me.
It does kind of sound similar to Fire Emblem.
I don't know.
Because I don't want to use any stinking magic. I told you I don't need it.
Lark, you need to learn to use magic, but I don't wanna.
No.
Fuck you! I'm just gonna hit things with my sword really hard. Oh god. Or increase its MP. The DP required for DP?
Stands for
Danger.
Dragon Points.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dragon. Oh god. I'm laughing so hard I'm getting hiccups.
Oh god, I forgot about this character design.
Holy shit.
Colorful.
That is something.
I see this shop vendor has taken all the color in town for themselves.
Holy cow. Whew.
So basically, yeah, everyone has a certain amount of points they can expend into their orb to upgrade it.
But it also does it also but
That's
it
what
looks
lets
like
you
it
do
also costs
magic and
Rico?
shit.
Yep. And it does, and yeah, it also costs money to do the upgrades.
Orb is the source of magic, then I take it.
Yeah. And if you get enough shards of gems, you can combine them into a full, proper gem.
Sounds reasonable. I'm sure there's ways you can get unique orbs by doing that, I assume.
Yeah, basically. So, right now, he's only got the one slot, so...
Okay. That's just a fucking
Orbman.
That's just a fucking orbment from Trails in the Sky.
Sure is.
That's just straight up.
Sure is.
I was doing my damnedest to not say Arcus because I knew that wasn't going to be correct.
I would have known what you meant.
You knew exactly what I would have meant.
But yeah, so now he has the basic fire spells.
Now he can get blazed! Yeah!
See, they have this art for Lark, I feel like would be much more appropriate for a lot of the things they've been using the smug face for.
That's just No, that's
Oh,
fine.
the old man.
Oh, the old man? Yeah, what about the old man? Yeah, just don't mention that she's from the Republic. Okay?
And I want to check out that giant hookah bowl real quick.
This isn't the vendor of the store. This is the vendor's daughter.
Yeah, this is just this
Same one.
same stuff. That's
Damn, that's a huge ass hookah ball.
That's to signify that it's an armor shop. I mean, an item shop. Jesus.
That's the Gus Bellows, you idiot. Oh, hello, ma'am.
So we'll go ahead and buy a claymore for Lark.
Bonk.
Like he can say, Claymore, mine.
I can't remember if this stuff is just sellable for money or not.
I get the impression it's probably used for something later on.
I don't think think I can sell enough of it to make it worthwhile anyway. So
No. You just stick with the weapon that you have.
yep, I have to unlock the skills on it anyway. But I got him a spare weapon for later.
It's a future investment.
This guy has this kid has aspirations.
I'll solve difficult problems.
This kid wants to be an RPG hero, clearly.
He's
going to say, yeah, what are these difficult problems? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it.
He's going to solve problems on purpose.
He's going to dismantle the corrupt government from within. That's clearly what he's going to do. Hey, a water shard.
Water shard.
You were just talking about this.
Let's see. So yeah, I'll go ahead and use what money I've got left to buy some heals because they're relatively cheap. And because this game kind of is a little rough with its boss battles, and there's going to be one relatively soon.
Right.
Southwestern corner.
I can hear you reading the guide.
Every now and then.
There's a cat.
Yep.
Yes, there is a cat. You have talked to him multiple times.
Wind shard.
He could be holding an item. You have to talk to him 5 times to get that ether or something.
I feel like there's probably a game that has done something like that before.
Pretty sure it's Final
There
Fantasy.
most certainly has.
It's like Resident Evil 2, where you have to check West 50 times to find a photo of Rebecca Chambers in a basketball uniform.
I'm just trying to find somebody.
Oh well, if you change your mind, you know where to find
You were talking about talking into a tin can, John. Here you go.
Yes.
Holy mother of God!
What is it?
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
He looks like a traveling mercenary.
Maybe. Hey, Rifia, do you know that man?
No. I don't think so. None of my servants look like him.
I'd like to point out the camera
wonder what his
deliberately
problem
focused on the
is.
thing on her leg. That
Maybe
guy
he
has a
mistook
similar
her
thing
for
on his
someone he knew.
chest, or on his collarbone to be exact.
Yeah.
The thing on her leg is the dragon gem they were talking about.
He also has a dragon gem, like embedded right there in his collarbone.
I keep hearing Dragon
Right
Gem.
on
And
his
I
titty.
want to say it like it's a Power Rangers item or something like Dragon Gem.
Oh,
I did the oh,
Prince Al?
Oh!
Prince.
I'd
Oh,
like to meet with General Clyde. Is that okay?
Oh, of course. Please follow me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I know my way around. You can remain at your post.
Yes, sir.
Are we about to meet the best voiced character in the game? I think we are.
Here.
wait, what? Meeting the best voice character in the game, you say?
Yep.
Hey, watch where you're going, you idiot! I'm sorry, idiot? Do you have any idea who you're talking to, huh?
Long time no see, Nico.
Oh, Nico.
Whoa, hey, Prince Elf. And Mr. Locke, I heard you were killed hunting fel dragons.
His dialogue is so stilted all the time.
I
What
dare
the
you.
fuck? Oh my god!
Nothing. Just a little joke.
I like how animated he is, at least.
Great work on the
Yeah,
fel
he's
dragons.
great. Yeah, the animation is really great,
wow.
but his voice
Only
don't.
Mr. Locke would be able to come through that without even a
Oh,
scratch.
we've got a
What do
fanboy!
you mean by that? And, you've come with Prince Elf to report your victory to the general?
He runs into an
Yes,
issue like
something
Yuna
like
does
that.
in Final Fantasy X, where it's like they have to
And,
pause every couple words for some
the
reason,
young
even though there's
lady
not really
is?
lip flaps to match, because they all just kind of go waka
I'm
waka.
Rufia.
She's a guest from the Republic.
The Republic?
Sounded
No
damn right
way.
disappointed.
No way.
She's a
No
guest of
way.
the Republic.
It's another way to say, can it really be true?
Wow, that was
Oh.
actually a
I see.
really good explanation.
Yes way.
Kinda surprised.
Pardon me for a
So,
second. I think I have to
Alf,
drop this
are we
screen
gonna
for a
meet
sec.
Old Man Clyde or not? Sorry for keeping you here. I guess I'll be on my way. Nice to see you all.
Is he Lark's servant?
Tell me that's
Not
Nico's
my
theme in the
servant,
background
more
there.
I believe it is.
Oh,
He's
good.
very
It's
attached to
just the
Mark.
right levels of cheese.
Kinda
Wank.
like a sidekick.
Sidekick? What are you talking about? He's older than I am. Did you see how amazed he was that I'm still alive?
Nico sure is something.
Sure is.
Not sure what he is, but he's something.
He sure is something.
Nico is Rico.
You got it working again?
Yeah, I just had to,
Refresh.
I was getting some stutter.
Well, if it isn't Prince Alf himself.
Hello, large man.
He
That
is
a
pretty
very
large.
man. He's very broad.
Clyde. It's
I like
good
how
to
his
see you
portrait
again.
like clips off the top of the screen.
Me
I've
too.
heard tell of you showing
That's
those
how you know
fel
he's
dragons
tall.
a thing or two. Taking on an entire pack of fel dragons and
I feel
securing
like-
a glorious victory. Heavens
I feel like if
be.
this was dubbed,
In LA.
he would be Jameson Price.
It would be Jameson Price or Michael McConaughey.
Yeah.
Lord Mahad and Prince Vice must be overjoyed.
Especially for when
I
this
see
game
you
came
still like
out.
to exaggerate things, Clyde.
And who is that standing next to you? Why, I do believe it's First Sergeant Lark Bright Lagoon.
Lark Bright
I've heard you
Lagoon.
go
Lark
missing
Bright
on a
Lagoon!
hunt.
I love how he
Like you
said
made it out
that.
in one piece.
Also, a mercenary gets a
General
rank, huh?
Clyde,
Apparently.
Prince Alf rescued me after I was separated from my unit during
That
the
seems-
fighting.
Contradictory to mercenary work, but
Right? Like, maybe it was
Yeah,
part of
it's probably an
maybe-
honorary. It's probably an honorary rank,
Or maybe it was
he
part of
said
the
he-
contract.
and if-
like,
actually
I'll
said
help
he
you,
was-
but I got a cool
he
title.
an effective
Actually-
rank.
Actually, Lark
My
did
prince,
explicitly
I
mention that he's
understand you
a
care for your
distinct
troops,
kind of
But you place the
mercenary.
Empire's future in peril.
Like he's not a typical
Privateer.
sellsword.
My elder brother is the Empire's
Yeah, I think would be a better
future.
way of putting it.
I am
He didn't say
merely
that
helping
specifically,
him in
but
his endeavors.
I should
Mr.
just say
Alf,
privateer.
You are the only one to bear
doesn't
the
have a
blood
boat.
of Empress Gruen.
True. Like I said, he has an effective rank.
Enough, Clyde. My brother is the first successor to the throne.
Yes, my lord. Please forgive me.
Actually, Clyde, I'm here to ask your advice about this girl, Rifia.
General, big, very big trouble.
Ba, 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 ba.
Tell me.
Monsters! They're swarming the town.
That's impossible. What happened to our barrier?
I guess it wasn't strong enough. Which means it could be the work of a non-monster force.
Clyde, send the troops to defend
Bonk.
the town.
Mr. Lark, where are you going?
Where do you think he's
to
going?
fend off the monsters.
I'm coming too.
Your Highness, it's too dangerous.
I belong to the army too. I cannot stand by and watch my subjects get slaughtered. Don't worry about me, Clyde. Just get your troops into action.
As you wish.
That was actually
Ruthia,
a
you're
very
staying
appropriately executed line.
Like, not every line in this game is just, you know, awfully delivered. Everything just feels a little bit off, is the thing.
See, you still have,
'Cause it's
but
super
see, every so
dangerous.
often you get a
Don't
line that is
move.
actually like
Stay here.
decently
Nico,
executed.
you're coming with
Fits
me.
within the scene, fits with what the character's supposed to say. You take those
You want me with
because
you?
the game isn't going to
too?
give you that many.
Well, what do you
That's the
think?
impression I'm getting at
You're
least.
a soldier of the Empire, aren't you?
Yes, technically speaking. But I'm more the support from behind type.
Huh?
Bro, I'm an electrician.
We have to go before it's too late.
Work the computers.
Fine. You stay here.
I'm an
and
army
keep Ruthia.
translator, bro.
We're throwing one of the army techs on the front line.
Yeah,
No
Basically.
way! I'm so lucky. I mean, yes, sir.
Why do
She's
you
in
look
good
shocked then?
hands. Trust me.
See, that
Oh,
was
that's
better.
that's the Yoshida face right there.
that's also a weird use of the smug face.
Okay, take a shot.
Oh god, alcohol!
Him dead. Alright, time to save the town.
Woohoo.
That we've walked down all of, like, one walkway of. Rip Tin Can Man.
Oh, rip that guy.
There's Tin Can Man and there's a skeleton.
It's a skeleton.
I noticed!
No shit, Sherlock.
I noticed, he says, with blood
Piece of
dripping
cake.
down his face.
The
Let's do this.
the regular battle theme is actually like pretty good. It's a pretty
Yeah.
good bop.
Piece of cake.
I do like how the skeletons
do
just seem to
this.
just do like a fucking right straight.
Reach your end.
Lark just moves out of the way for him.
Oh, pardon me, sir.
I was gonna say, oh, you need to hit the right button.
Let's do this.
Pardon me, carry on.
Well, back to the road.
I see you need to beat up my best friend. Carry on.
Hey, Elf, this is for not paying me back the $5. Get him!
Don't get too happy, Kay.
Piece of cake.
Let's do this.
So while you can have
Watch your back.
the same person
Well
attack
done.
more than once in a turn, the issue is that if they do multiple actions, that
Piece of
second
cake.
action will be further down the turn order.
So, are we all ready?
So if you want to get 2 hits on an enemy
More danger
quicker, it's
awaits.
better to have more than one person hit them.
Get better
Okay.
now. Show me what you got. Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Reach your end.
Like if I had had Lark do both attacks there, he
Piece
would
of
have gone
cake.
after the other enemy got its cast
So,
off.
are we all ready?
I assume that's intentional to
Ready for
encourage you to
battle.
divvy it up. But
Yeah.
Yes. I mean that would make the most sense.
It's also to kind of
The wrong
mitigate the idea of like if you have one really strong attacker, it's to make it so that just putting all of your AP per turn into them is not necessarily just the always answer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get too happy, Kay.
Piece of cake.
Now, I don't think you actually have to use analyzers in this, but I'm doing one just for the sake of having done one.
Let's do this.
Try this.
But they do show you the enemy's weaknesses, which is useful.
Nice.
I imagine that's super helpful for fights where you kind of need to emphasize their weaknesses.
Yep, and it does remember it too.
Oh, that's good. It even shows you like their AP count, which is actually super useful because that means
Let's do this.
the combat system is more or less an even playing field,
Yeah.
with probably some distinct exceptions for the enemies, which is cool.
So, are we all ready?
Yeah, more or less.
Well, let's get
To a
back
degree, some enemies will get more or less AP than you, just for the sake of balancing the turn economy.
Show me what you got.
I just
means that
noticed the little ghosts in those guys' lanterns.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Try this.
Like, the ghost looks so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. Also, Alpha's taking a severe
Piece of
beating.
cake.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine.
I won't last for long.
Oh, I won't last for long.
See ya. Out of my way. Ready for battle.
Let's do this. Always keep your guard up, like Master Zemner used to say.
Thanks, lady.
Nice.
Yeah, she's handy because she will actually fully heal you.
Nice.
Why would you want to go inside a house in the middle of a monster invasion?
Shrug.
Looting, obviously.
You can't loot in this game. Not in houses.
Well, and that's where the D&D comparisons end.
Lark? Huh?
That guy.
Oh!
It's that guy.
It's that
And
guy!
that guy!
You're a tough one.
You're one of the divine race. One of Imaginal's pets.
Me? You really amuse me, old man. You'll be begging me for mercy. I summon you in the name of chaos.
In the name of chaos!
Excellent.
That one was like the fast delivery, though.
Wait.
Wait.
Lark, we have to help.
You got it.
These cutscenes have better
old man, we're
choreography than
coming.
Tales of Graces 2.
Right.
It's not hard to be better than Tales of Graces.
Ready for battle.
Oh, look at him. He fucking swole.
He is currently a guest party member, though, so I do not have
You
control
see that
of him.
big fat, I was about to say, you have that big
congrats.
fat guest text right there. On the bright side, he doesn't contribute, but he doesn't also take any AP.
Nope.
So long. One
So
down.
on.
Ready for battle.
Leave Bo.
Let's do this.
So I take it that this guy is like 33.
Oh, like age?
was-
I don't remember how
Yeah.
old he's supposed to be.
He got called old man, so I can only assume that he's about 33.
Yeah.
Somewhere between
His,
33 and 40.
His voice
It would
category is,
appear
of
you
course,
didn't
swallows
need our
rocks for breakfast.
Not true.
Who was that guy?
What indeed? Whoever he was,
He-
he had power over
Like,
the undead.
Alf is off-brand Sam Riegel. This guy feels like off-brand DC Douglas.
What did you call
Kinda, yeah.
The divine race or something?
Enough talk. Here they come.
Eh?
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 Ah, these guys just keep coming.
Yeah, and they're way stronger than the usual monsters around
They're
here.
not really, though.
You've still got a lot to learn.
What?
Yeah, this is just an
Your
excuse for
true
Rust on the
power is
fucking
still
trash
lying
talk.
dormant
Yeah.
inside of you. Just
Also,
watch.
it's an excuse for a tutorial.
Face me now. Be gone.
Wow.
Have you seen this before, Alf?
I've heard of it before. The power that lies dormant within you. It's said that this power can be awakened by pushing yourself to your absolute limit.
This is some
That's right.
anime bullshit right now.
Excel
Straight
apps
up.
are
I like how he
extremely
slides in just, that's
powerful. You
right.
won't be able to use them all the
Oh
time.
yeah, that's right.
You can't
Exactly.
activate
yes.
them without using some of your own SP.
Motherfucking breadcrumbs.
You'll have to unlock that power and learn the
Oh,
required
yes.
skills to master using it. First, let's take care of these enemies. Let's go.
Ready for battle.
So, are we
Oh,
all
is that
ready?
what the SP meter is for?
Yeah.
That's for your.
It's your
that's for
special attacks.
power. It's your
Always
limit
keep your
break.
guard up, like Master Zemner used to say. Is that the last of them?
I hope so. Ah! Nico? Mr. Lark, help! Help!
You know him?
He's a friend.
You saved me! Hey, man. Where are you pointing that weapon? You better say so.
What are you doing here, Nico?
Well,
Why are you alone? Where's Riffy?
Sorry to say, Mr. Lark, I fucked up.
Mr. Lark? The monsters?
Answer me now.
I'm sorry.
How
We
were
were
you
separated.
separated? Didn't you just stay in the building?
How are you that
What?
incompetent?
But I'm telling
How?
you, it was all her fault.
Holmes?
She said something about Sima calling her. Then she wandered off towards Dragon Prison.
So what are you doing here?
Oh.
Well,
okay.
you see, there's a lot of monsters over there. So...
Well, you better go after her, you stupid numbskull.
Wait, now
Yeah,
I remember.
go.
I came here for your help, Mr. Lark.
Is that your lousy attempt at an excuse?
Come on, Lark. There's no time to pick on Nico right now. We've got to
Hey,
find
on
Riffium.
Nico? Nico fucked
What
up?
about the monsters here?
We can dunk on Nico later.
I can handle them.
You can court-martial him
Looks
later,
that
let's
way.
go.
Thanks. Come on, we're going.
This isn't
Eh?
picking on him. This is
Me
giving him
too.
shit for not doing his fucking
Of
job.
course you two. Now,
Of course. Right by your side, man.
I don't like Nico.
Well, too bad he's in the party now.
Yay!
All right. I guess I'll have to tolerate him. Oh, he's a guest. That
Yeah.
makes me so excited.
Can't
Does
look
he
at
just run away all the
Oh,
time?
huh. That's interesting.
what
This game was originally supposed to be localized by Xseed,
it was.
but then it
Why
wasn't.
didn't they?
Because Marvelous was having money issues at the time.
piece of cake.
Oh, oof. Yeah, that would do it.
Shocking. Truly shocking.
So, are we all ready?
Here's a new one. Eat this too.
I feel the power. No escape.
I feel the
I
power.
like how he's, I like how he's trying to. I like how he's secret out the power. I feel the power.
The power of the power. The power of the power.
Now walk forward
Now
and
you have
punch out the
now you have
cameraman.
Excel Axe.
I'm trying to
Good
remember where it
try.
said those were.
Party?
No, that's just party order.
No?
Oh, it's just under their status. That's right.
Heavy Crush.
So yeah, it eats up 25% of the gauge and takes 3 of your AP.
Untyped damage. Interesting. Very interesting moves there.
So Nico actually has one too, and his gimmick is that it's quick attack basically.
Okay.
Easy.
I got ambushed out of my status menu.
You're going to get
Fair,
ambushed regardless.
that makes sense as an ambush.
Gotcha, good.
Gotcha, good.
Gotcha.
Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
So yeah, just doing stuff in battle fills up the SP gauge, and then you can spend it on
Back to the road.
Excel acts and stuff.
Getting better here.
How much money do I have? I do have enough to buy.
You can just go into the weapon shop?
Yep.
Alright.
Go ahead and buy a long sword for...
To be fair, the weapon shop does make the most sense to be open during a monster invasion. So, need a weapon?
Yeah, so anything that's a black little
Native to
gem
the piece?
means that they're stuck to the thing and can't take them out.
It says it's native to the piece, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. You can't rotate them?
No, you cannot.
Aw, you don't. You need a special program for that, huh?
Pretty much. I do like that it shows you the weapon model up at the top too.
That is actually really neat.
So yeah, weapons in this are not inherently stronger like stat buffs or anything like that.
You can get different abilities off of them, and you can mix
Yeah,
and match them.
it's
to
more about the
basically make a
abilities.
better weapon. Like what I imagine you do is you unlock the ability, you unlock the attack +2 on the claymore, and then you remove it and place it on the Balmong, and then you have a weapon with attack +4.
Pretty much. Okay, yeah. Can't go that way. We do have some.
I looked up the rest of the cast again. God, I just love Samuel's design.
Oh, we'll get to him.
Ready for battle.
So, are we all ready?
Let's do it. Right on target. Yeah.
Reach your end.
Why does Nico sound like Jerry Seinfeld there?
What's the deal with Excellax?
What's the deal with the monsters invading town?
Jerry, we gotta get to the prison! Can we have an RPG with Seinfeld, please?
So,
For,
are we all ready?
for Seinfeld 4.
See ya.
Oh god.
Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
I'm not gonna be able to unhear that.
I once again ruined something.
It's fine, it's Nico.
Yeah, fuck Nico.
Heads up, folks. Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Gotcha good. I'm pretty good, ain't I? Ha!
Reach your end.
Ugh.
Yeah, so guest characters are actually really useful in this.
Can't hide from my sniping.
Because they don't have
Is there is there a fourth slot so you can have a
Yes,
a full
actually,
party
there
and
is.
a guest?
Yes. But yeah, having a guest is pretty useful just because they give you more actions on your turn without actually costing you any resources.
Well,
Because they
well,
use their own
Legend
independent.
Diva, I finally
They
found
use
you.
their own independent resources, right?
It's you. You're the one who
I'm
attacked
sorry,
the singing
Death
ministry and
Chanter
killed
is
my
an
mother.
amazing title.
It was she who started it, was it not?
You killed my mom. She started it.
She swung first,
Pests
bitch.
again.
If there's a pest here, it's you.
What kind of coward attacks innocent women?
Yeah.
Guilty
Coward.
women we have no problem with.
Silence, ignorant pests.
Oh yeah, this track
Gotta look sharp.
Boss
fucking
battle!
slaps!
I actually do not like this track, but we can agree to disagree on this
I
one.
love this track. It's so
Nah,
good.
sorry.
Let's do
It's
this.
okay.
So yeah, this is the first proper boss.
Let's do it.
Please tell me we get a nice In the Name of Chaos out of this.
Behold, those who are born in sin
Come forth in the name of
chaos.
In the name of chaos. But yeah, he hurts.
Oh, damn.
He hurts a lot.
He cast Perish.
So I'll just tell you right now, this kind of sets the precedent for boss battles in this game.
So this is a case of easy dungeons, hard bosses, eh?
Very much.
I'm gonna act under the assumption that you being given Fire Shell this early was deliberate.
Behold,
No,
those who are
born in sin, come forth in the name of chaos.
Healing items are pretty good at least.
Yeah.
No escape for you.
And breach.
He just like he shot him with his fists.
Sure did.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I'll have them do that.
Must answer my calling.
Behold,
But yeah, he basically will always spend his first turn
Summoning.
per round summoning a minion, so you definitely want to keep them kind of whittled down.
Otherwise, you quickly get overwhelmed.
Reach your end.
Pretty much.
I
What
do
is
what I
this
can.
power? Light, shine upon thee.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you're healthy again.
Do or die. Let's do this.
I appreciate Nico saying bang as he fires a gun.
But yeah, if you can just kind of keep one skeleton dead each turn so they just don't really get to do much, he's not too much of an issue. You just gotta take it a little bit slow and steady with him sometimes.
Watch out for him going, "Wee, fire!"
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
it looks like Nico prioritizes the ads though.
Which is super helpful. Because I think
I mean,
I think that actually works with his personality. 'Cause
Exactly, I
I
was
think he'd be
just
too
about to
afraid-
say.
Yeah, because I think he would be too afraid to directly confront the boss. I'm pretty sure the boss was designed with this specific like
I'm ready to
interaction
go.
in mind, which I think is really smart. I think that's a really cool way of having like story and gameplay get integrated into an encounter.
Right, like once the coward figures out he can take out the skeletons with one shot, of course he's going to prioritize that. Good job, Ripia.
She's helping.
Gotta look sharp here.
I do like I like Nico's like getting hurt noise. It's kind of funny to me.
Let's do this.
Must answer
Just
my
like a
calling.
blah.
Let's do it. Gotcha good.
behold,
Fucking Jerry Seinfeld sounding motherfucker.
born in sin. Come forth
But yeah, there's a reason that particular line gets drilled into people's head because he just says it every turn.
1325 HP to level 11.
Gotcha. We got him real good. Gotcha.
Gotta look sharp here.
See, that time it made sense for Nico to shoot him because he was directly behind him.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
But also like that he had an action to spare, so it's just like fuck it, YOLO.
Must answer my calling.
I think we're actually fine for now.
Behold,
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that these people are born in sin and come forth in the name of chaos. Don't know why, just a hunch.
What should I do next?
Killing you dead might be one of my favorite
Not
parts.
looking good.
Killing you dead.
Reminds me of the exchange from Infinity War. It'll kill you, only if I die. That's what killing you means.
behold, those who are born in sin, come forth in the name of chaos. Up.
I'm serious now.
Take that.
They're doing a solid like 6 to 8% of his HP per turn. That's not too bad.
Let's do this.
Must answer my calling.
Take this! Killing you dead! Whispers of sleep!
Oh, whoops.
No way! Out of my way!
I'll help you at once.
Uh-oh.
That's fine, I bought revives. For a reason.
Let's do this.
Now he's
Yeah,
Mark
and you
Price
lost, and you
dead.
lost AP as a result of it. You did in fact lose AP because Mark is KO'd. So this is very much a kind of game where shit can snowball.
Oh,
if,
shit can snowball in this game real bad.
Gotcha good.
Healing you.
You're back.
That's not a lot. He can do more damage than that heals.
Sure can.
Looking good.
Oh, this is getting dicey.
I won't last for long.
Quick, sacrifice Nico.
Did he stop summoning ads?
He did.
Okay.
Earthen spear!
Oof.
Not looking good.
He did, however, decide, fuck you, Lark.
Let's do
I'm
this.
ready to go.
I mean, to be fair, Lark was trash-talking him. So you can't attack and do an Excel action at the same time, can you?
Let me help. Light, shine upon thee.
I mean, you can,
Glad you're safe.
Killing you dead!
but XLX take a
Killing
lot
you
of
dead.
AP.
Earthen spear!
Looked like you could attack
Oh!
with Rifia after
Good.
she was using. Holy shit! Jesus,
Must
my
answer my
face!
calling.
You must answer, you get a colon.
Oh,
I did. God. I imagine if I was playing this, I'd fucking punch in my butt cheeks right now.
Gotcha good.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm sure.
You'll
it's
also
fine.
notice
Someone-
that attack animation plays a part, because even though the boss's turn is technically before Rifia's,
Shine upon thee.
he takes a second to wind up.
oh, that's interesting.
That's smart. That's so cool. Man, I always knew that the battle system for this game was interesting, but damn.
Yeah, no, the battle system for this game is actually really cool.
Let's do this. I'm serious now.
Take that! Take this! Eat this too!
Quite entertaining.
Oh, hey, I got back just in time.
Who the heck is this guy?
Why is he after us?
Only a coward would attack an innocent girl like that.
Thanks, Nico.
Fuck you, Nico.
Nico's the worst.
Nico is garbage.
Level ups for everyone. 2 level ups for Rifia.
Hooray!
She was kind of behind in levels.
Also, yeah, he was level 11.
Ha! Looks like you're all talk. You're nothing but a bug for Mr. Lark to quash.
I think you meant
Oh,
squash?
Let me put an end to your miserable existence.
Yeah,
Not funny chaos. Not funny chaos, man.
Hey,
The guide actually recommended to get to level 8 before that fight.
what the?
Oh. Rip Nico.
Oh!
Did you really think you could beat me that easily? I was merely playing with you.
Ah! Help me! I don't want to die! Help me!
That's
Mr.
Lark! This fucking Seinfeld-ass sounding motherfucker. And there he-
You live up to your reputation, Diva.
He didn't even say anything! He just left!
Amazing. That's
Bye.
amazing.
But even you.
Anyway, more
against this many
skeletons.
opponents.
Interesting maneuver. Anyway,
What do you think
more
you're gonna do now, girl?
skeletons.
Even with Rifia, that's too many for
Yeah,
the three of
quash
us.
is a really odd word
I
choice
guess we
there.
have no choice.
For the record, it means reject or void, especially by legal procedure.
Like, I know it's a real word, but yeah, it's kind of the wrong word there.
Oh, it does-
I honestly think it was a typo that they just didn't catch and then kept because it
can-
makes sense for Nico to use the wrong word.
It can mean put an end to or suppress, so it's
Hey.
not
I choose to believe he was saying that Lark was going to take the Death Chanter to court.
We're all going to be dead if we don't.
It's an
Hurry up,
unparalleled
get in
way
there,
of handling your foes in an
Move
RPG.
it.
Turns out that's a thrilling courtroom drama.
Yeah, I looked up the Japanese cast for this game. It's pretty prolific, actually.
Hey, Riffy,
It is.
I'm
It
not
really
surprised.
What
is.
are you doing in here? I told you to stay put.
I'm
What?
sorry, but I just had to. I had to come to Dragon Prison.
No, you didn't. Don't give me your excuses.
Lark, you don't have to shout like that.
What if you've been killed? Do you think that'd please your mother? Well, do you?
You're scary sometimes, but I know you mean well.
That doesn't have anything to do with anything, Riffia.
Also, you guys literally met like an hour
They're
ago.
trying to break through the door.
Eh, it's
I
been
don't
like
know
a
how
couple
long it will
days.
keep them out.
Won't that seal protect the door?
That only keeps non-royal family out. It doesn't make the door any stronger. It's just a simple magic seal. The door will open easily if the spell is broken. Hopefully Nico will have sent
You
for
think
help by
Nico's
then.
sending for help?
Nico's in another time zone by this point.
Lark fucking gets it. Lark absolutely gets it.
Well, let's meet
I can
Sima
actually relate to Lark for once.
Sima?
Nico's all the way over
Yes,
to Pazion
that's
now.
the name of the rogue
Yep.
restaurant.
Nah, guys,
Probably forgotten why he's run away in the first place.
guys, Nico has showed up at my apartment and he's hiding in the bathroom. Like, dude has legs.
There's no time
But does
for
he remember
questions
why
now.
he's even there in the first place?
No, completely forgot. I have him cleaning the toilet right now. I figure I might as well get some
Unless
use out of
anyone
him.
has a better idea.
I mean,
Scrub
that's more
harder!
just
I need my father's permission to
He's
meet
got
with
legs
Sima.
like Johnny from the FF7 remake.
a- God.
Do you think that matters now?
I guess you're right at that.
MP quick.
MP
One.
quick.
Green save points are healing save points.
I was about to say that's just a catch-all.
Yep. I think MP quick. No, it's not. It's an item.
You could probably look at it under item, yeah.
Okay, yeah. MP quicks are the MP heals.
That's a really weird name for an MP healing item. I never would have guessed that.
I gotta get MP
healing
quick.
item. God,
Maybe it's
chocolate
like
is MP quick.
Maybe it's like Nesquik, MP quick.
You just mix it into your glass of milk.
Mm-mm. Tastes
I
like
wonder
magic.
what it tastes like.
Magic.
You know what? Good point. What does magic taste like?
Magic.
Yeah, but what does magic taste like?
It's magic.
Celery-
I ain't
celery
gotta
seed.
explain shit.
Thank you, Matt.
We turned off the power. Ray is basically just magic electricity.
No.
I-
It's magic
Careful,
energy.
everyone.
Piece
I
of cake.
refuse to believe that. I believe that everything runs off of a tribe of guys named Ray.
So I like the slime design in this game.
Let's
They're
do
little
this.
dudes in jars.
That's pretty cute, actually.
Must answer my calling.
Use this.
Try this.
No, it's adorable. God, look at that face.
Feels like it would be a good Pokemon design.
Forgot about the fast animation.
Piece of cake.
He's just going nuts. He's on drugs.
So, are we all ready?
Must answer my calling.
Oh, that's so good.
Teach your end.
And he's gonna do it again.
Piece of cake.
This thing looks like some kind of
Must
regional
answer my
variant
calling.
of Struggle.
Follow your lead. Right there. We should do this again.
Jadonian Shuckle.
So sorry.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure you probably noticed, but a nice thing about the Team Attacks 2 is that they don't use up the other person's turn.
Yep.
That's actually very nice.
They're automatic.
Yeah, they're literally a free follow-up.
That's pretty cool. It's a good way
It's
to get
like-
some extra damage in with the economy.
Yep.
It's like in Yakuza 7, if you knock someone down, eventually your party members will start automatically following it up.
You just start beating on them.
Yep.
Seems like a very Yakuza thing to do.
Just kick a dude while they're down.
It's a key strategy.
I don't question it. Oh god, more of these things.
They're little dudes.
They're just gonna go fucking nuts.
Shuckle Squad!
Shuckle Squad just absolutely hyped up on Adderall.
Killing you.
It's
No, Adderall.
Adderall calms you.
Yeah.
Ready for battle.
So, are we all ready?
Must answer my calling.
Yeah.
Reach your end. That was easy enough. Okay, ready?
Ready for battle.
The slimes need to die first
So,
because they
are we all
actually
ready?
Must answer my calling.
I'm sure you must.
Yeah, you don't want those things going fucking
I
haywire.
do what I
Ready
can.
for battle.
Let's do this.
I can't get over that
Must
casting
answer my
animation though.
calling.
Holy shit.
Meet your end.
They're just having a time.
Piece of cake.
They are absolutely having a
I'm
time.
ready to go.
I kind of like the monster design in this game. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, the monster design in this game is actually pretty good. It is
It's
pretty
pretty
cool.
imaginative, all things considered.
It's nice. Like the monsters are fun to look at.
Like, I like that the gargoyles are, like, holding, like
Light,
fucking
shine
cisterns
upon
and
me.
stuff.
Uh huh.
Thanks.
Meet your end.
So Rifia does have
Always
that
keep your
healing
guard up.
ability that doesn't
Like Master
use
Zen
MP
used to
since
say.
it's her Excel act. The problem is she cannot target
Room for
herself.
improvement there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try harder.
Well, you get fully healed on level up anyway, so that kind of works out nicely.
Yeah. But it just means it's a nice way to save on resources, but like I said, yeah, can't use it on herself, so...
So, heal from Eternal
I was
Sonata.
about to say, the gargoyles
Let's
aren't
do
even,
this.
they're not even holding onto the cistern. It's kind of like they're more like attached to it, you know, like a gargoyle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
they came to life and they just pulled off the like post they were part of.
It's like they have independent thought,
So,
and I bet
are
you
we all
those
ready?
those
I'm
those
ready to
limbs
go.
are fully autonomous, but like
Meet your end.
they probably don't know how to let go.
Ready for battle.
I think would be a good way to
Let's
put
do
it.
this.
Or maybe
Must
it's a
answer my
comfort
calling.
item, you know? They like having their little pedestals.
Always keep
I
your
think
guard up.
I think they literally
Masters-
would not know how to function if they dropped that thing. Like if you somehow managed to smack that out of their hands, they would probably go,
Careful, everyone.
what do I do?
Piece of cake.
What do?
Whoa,
So, are we
Help
all ready?
computer.
I'm ready to go.
Help
What
God.
happened?
Following your lead.
Meet your end.
Lead on.
So you may have seen it happen in that last battle, but if you have all three people
Piece of
attack the
cake.
same target, but two of them are enough to kill it,
So, are
the
we
third
all
one
ready?
won't always be able to like react
ready
in
to
time to
go.
change targets, and will still swing at them even though it's overkill.
Well, back to the road. Getting better here.
You know what would be like a good quality of life for this game that I'm already noticing?
What's that?
If you just had a button that let you just automatically do your last turn's actions.
Oh, just like a repeat?
Yeah.
You're talking about something that's like fucking. That wouldn't get introduced for like another 5 years for turn-based RPGs.
I mean, the cursor does have... You can have the cursor set to memory, so you can just like mash the button.
Like that was
That's
the
fair.
old way of doing it. Is the thing, you know?
But honestly, the way this game works, once we're past this like intro section, we're rarely going to do the exact same thing every turn. It's just that
I was gonna say-
this is you know the
you
first
at the
dungeon,
game.
the first proper
Ready
dungeon
for
of the
battle.
game, and you don't have a lot of options available, so it's mostly just attack stuff.
Let's do this.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
level
you can
1,
actually see
dude.
which enemies. You can actually see which enemies are casting spells ahead of time because you can see the little magic, like the little magic symbol icon on their enemy icon. That's kind of cool.
Let's do this.
I'm ready to go.
I like it. You actually get some semblance of opportunity to kind of plan ahead.
You can at the very least get an idea of what you've got coming your way.
Let's do this.
Must answer my
You can at
calling.
least see your impending doom before it happens.
Reach your end. Ready for battle. Let's do this.
Must answer my calling.
Out of my way. Piece of
It'd be
cake.
funny if it's went over Lark and he's got like a cup of coffee in his hand. He's like, I'm not ready.
As easy as it
Give me a sec.
Or if it just pans over to Riffia and she goes, fuck my calling.
Go ahead and give him slightly better armor.
Brutal power.
Okay, ready?
Piece of cake.
Let's do this.
I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Reach your end.
Piece of
They even
cake.
make those little
Let's
fucking
do this.
cute anime
Must
sound
answer my
effects.
calling.
Just the little wobbly sound effects.
Yeah.
That was easy enough.
These slimes are perfect. Fuck off, Dragon Quest
Show me what
slimes.
you got.
Hello,
Ready for
robot.
battle.
Hey,
A Talos.
it's a man.
So, are we all ready?
Must answer my calling.
Try this.
These things actually have a bit of health to them.
I'm serious
They're
now.
also level 10.
No escape for
No escape for you.
Ready for battle.
I still
That's a pretty neat
I still
hook.
love watching the party members like step aside so that they can
Oh, pardon me,
so
sir.
that the enemy can just go deck their
do this.
friend.
I'm ready to go.
That would make sense for Nico. Just, get out of the way.
Ready for battle.
you. Let's do this.
I'm ready to go.
Lead on. See ya. I guess
Ooh, a
progress.
power ring.
Actually dropped an accessory. That's useful.
I bet that was probably a pretty rare drop.
I'd like you to know that the first thing that popped through my head is, no, my precious power ring.
Gone forever. I don't think I can't do that scream good. I think Frog
Yeah, no.
could though.
I just did it.
I didn't hear you. Sorry. I was
Your
doing my
mic
own.
actually, your mic actually
Did I
peaked
mic
a little there.
actually peak when I did that?
Yes, you did. Yes, it did.
Fuck my life.
Oh
I
no,
think-
they've already broken through the door.
Oh, no.
No.
Leave this to me.
Have you lost your mind? You're an Imperial Prince.
That I am. And the barriers here can only be activated by someone from the Imperial household. You go ahead and meet with Sima. I'll be back once I've got the barriers activated. That'll give us more time.
Fine. Don't do anything stupid. Come on, Riffia.
Okay, I'm coming.
I like how Riffia has like the incredibly exaggerated anime girl run.
Yes.
I like how her voice doesn't match anything she does at all.
So that thing is Sima the Rogress?
Simmer down now?
I am the Imaginal Diva.
Sug Simadome, owner of the Simsdale Simadome.
My mother instructed me to find you. She said you would be able to help me on my quest.
Are you gonna bring me my magazine? I requested it like 5 years ago.
Sima, how do you know my name?
It's no use. The barriers won't hold
Shit,
much
the
longer.
barriers didn't work.
Hey! Sima! There's some crazy death chanter attacking this place. Can you do something about him for us?
Nah.
Only answer to Issa. I cannot do anything to aid you.
Jeez, you're just a big
Clark, you were
waste of
literally
space.
taunting a thing that this town has imprisoned
Ow.
and
We
expecting
have
it to
to
help
face in
you.
here. Look out!
Lewd.
Scandalous.
Are you sure this game's T-rated? This seems a bit excessive.
I like how Alf just disappeared from the scene.
Yep.
Alf is dead.
What's that sound? And that power?
The other half of my sound. Are you a child of Isa?
Child of Isa?
Sure.
I was born to meet you.
Oh, come
What now?
on.
Rifia, what are you talking about?
It is the destiny of the Imaginal Diva to guide a child of Isa.
You're the chosen one.
Please.
I'm imagining the
let
voice
me
actress is
understand.
looking at this going, I
Please.
understand like half of the words in this sentence, whatever.
Thank you.
Didn't even consent, but that's okay. How are you doing that while singing?
Magic.
How do you
Throat singing.
ventriloquize him?
Throat singing.
Gregorian chant.
Yeah.
Simmon's just watching on intently. It's just like, yes.
Huh,
Keep
interesting. Oh, nice.
Huh. That's interesting. I somehow managed to get artichoke juice on my laptop.
Okay.
What the heck's going on?
I'd actually like to know that myself.
I was cooking while I've been watching this.
You have chosen Imaginal's law.
Imaginal's law?
I didn't
What
choose shit.
nonsense is this?
I got kissed on the forehead. That decision was made for
is the
me.
continued evolution of the human race.
That's a really cool design, by the way.
Child of Isa.
I like it.
No, the Rogress are actually really cool
Of my
designs.
power, the logos of deliverance.
Deliverance?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Special deliverance
But
for
will it help me
death.
to defeat my enemies?
If a child
Hell
of
yeah,
Isa
dude.
wills it thus,
It's like super cool too.
Then I'll take it.
so
Alright, sounds good.
I'm game.
Alright, fam. Check out this shit. Oh, shit, you found a Surarax phylactery. Now you can kill him.
Meanwhile, Alf has just been like fighting the Death Chanter the whole time.
What was that?
Look out, you two!
There he is.
I have returned to the scene.
Curses! Who would have thought that a diva would find the child of Isa? If he's formed a pact with the Rogress, I'll just have to kill the child of Isa and start over again.
What are you raving about, you crazed loon? You're really making me mad now.
I can
Bring
really
on,
hear
you
it.
pasty-faced goon.
That's a good insult.
I'm
Yeah.
being sharp here.
Too bad the delivery wasn't.
I'm really mad now, can't you tell?
Let's do this.
Grr. Arg. We're also fighting him again.
Yep.
But this is a tutorial for the Rogress, ain't it?
Sort of.
serious now.
It's an actual, like, proper boss fight. He fights different this time.
Ready for this?
I saw that he just buffed himself.
Yeah, and punched the fuck out of Lark.
Sharp here.
Ooh.
Got a critical hit, too. Fucking
Must
rude.
answer my calling. Let me help. Power of life.
Cool, thanks.
I'm glad you're safe.
There's a reason I was saving up my SP for most of the fight. The fighting before this.
Yep. Yep. Do or die.
Because you kind of want to just burn him down.
I'm serious now. Take that!
Because unfortunately, yeah, he can do that.
Oh,
Yikes.
Let's do this.
yeah, his primary tactic here seems to be hella bonk.
I can still fight.
Power of the flame!
And then he's gonna do 3 cries.
Take that and suffer! Gotta look sharp here.
Didn't crit this time, so who, Lark didn't get his shit kicked in.
Fly on.
Death Chanter is voiced by a woman in Japan.
Is that so?
Yeah, a woman known for voicing men, but
Is that so?
Take this! Killing you!
So he's actually got double the health he had before, but you only have to get him to half.
Yeah.
Which is good because, ouch.
Looking good.
I won't last.
I assume once you get to half, the Rogress kicks in.
Yep.
Makes sense.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'll have to reload myself, that'll work.
Yep.
Healing water.
Yep. Yep.
It's not looking good.
So, are we all ready?
I'm ready to go.
You should play it safe.
Thanks.
Defense is just as important, Lark.
Take this! Eat this too!
Okay, I like
Unique
that line.
Vander.
Flame!
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Ready for this? Take that and suffer! Gotta look sharp here.
Does his AI
Let's
prioritize
do
Lark
this.
with that?
It does.
I mean, that makes sense. He said he needed to kill the child of
I'm
Issa,
serious
and
now.
guess who's the child of
We know
Issa?
escape.
Yeah, his AI does actually prioritize Lark.
Eat this too!
It makes sense.
Whispers of sleep!
I'm
Out of
done
my
for.
way!
That's a problem.
Shit.
Out of my way!
Oh shit.
Oh, this
Bad
no
day,
plan.
bad day, bad day.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Day.
Healing you.
This ain't over yet!
I might actually have lost this.
Oh, oh no.
Rivia!
Was I unworthy?
Out of my way! There, folks!
What's he at?
You gonna YOLO it?
I might have to be honest.
You just gotta hope for the best.
Yeah, I might have to.
Take this! Killing you dead!
Damn.
Power of the flame! Ready for this?
Yep, I'm actually gonna have to retry this one.
Uh-oh.
He kicked your ass in the name of chaos.
Your path ends here, Imaginal Diva.
No quick retry, huh?
No, but I just gotta run back down to him.
Gotta run back down to them and go through that entire cutscene again.
Can you not
Can
skip
you-
cutscenes?
I don't remember.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy!
Oh, we're about to find out.
The hard way.
I'll be honest, I might actually stop and like just kill some stuff a little bit,
Ready for
get one
battle.
more level, because I think I am technically under-leveled because I skipped most of the world map stuff.
Let's do this.
I'm ready to go.
Kind of briefly glossed over the world map for a bit.
Yeah. The game kind of expected you to kill more stuff on the
I'm
map.
sorry. What should I do
Piece
next?
of cake.
Take your time.
Well, I think
Rivia.
I
I'm ready
think
to
the
go.
game is kind of designed around you to meander a bit before actually reaching your
That
destination.
was easy enough.
But you kind of knew where you were going to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Don't get
But
too
hey, at
happy,
least
kid.
you have your precious power ring
Ready for
still.
battle.
It's not gone
Let's do
forever.
this.
Must answer my calling.
Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so I'll just get one extra level before I
See if
fight
it
him.
makes-
I'm ready to go.
It probably will.
Oh, sorry.
Because I only needed to get him to half, and I had him probably at like 51% or something like that.
And a disappointing 51% wipe.
Yes. Yeah, like I remembered the boss fights in this game being fairly tough. I forgot that like they were immediately like
Let's
that.
do this.
Must answer my calling.
Also, wait, I just realized. You
What?
don't have your precious power
No, I
ring.
don't.
It is indeed. It is indeed lost forever.
Piece of cake.
Whoops.
I would try to do the
So,
screech
are we
again,
all
but
ready?
apparently
Nah,
my
it's
mic
okay.
peaked the last time I did it.
It's okay.
Well,
I just really wanted to prove to see if that I could actually do it or not. Y'all said I could do it, and I'd see if I
Well,
could do it.
maybe he'll get it again here.
Ready for battle.
I also think
we
I
all
kind of
ready?
screwed myself a
Must
little
answer
bit
my
by
calling.
putting the power ring on Lark because it lowers his
I'm
defense.
serious now.
Your power ring betrayed you.
Piece
did.
of cake.
Let's do this.
Must answer my calling.
Keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. I think a level for
Ready for
Rifia is
battle.
going to be what makes the biggest difference, though, because she currently
Let's do
dies in
this.
2 hits
Must
to that
answer
guy.
my calling.
I was about to say, she gets fucking sniped by Death Chanter over here.
Yeah,
As
Oh,
easy as
you got
it
it.
sure did.
You sure did get that precious power ring.
Yeah, so let's go up the elevator and then to reset these guys and kill them again. This actually, how much experience do I need? Yeah, Riffy is the one that needs the level. I'll just do another quick circuit around the place.
Be careful, everyone.
Ready for battle.
So, are we all ready?
I'm ready to go.
Because, yeah, like, these slimes die in
Reach
one
your
hit
end.
to Lark or Elf.
You!
Piece of cake.
It doesn't
So,
get
are
old.
we
I had
Not
legitimately
already.
forgotten about those things' animations.
You met.
They seem to be the ones that drop
Everyone.
MP quicks.
Ready
Yep,
for battle.
which honestly
Let's do
won't hurt to
this.
stock up on a little
I'm
bit
ready to go.
at this early on anyway.
You'll
Reach
probably
your
need it
end.
more later on.
I do what I can.
It's just when it's this easy to stock up on them.
Piece of
Did
cake.
that thing
Let's
just
do
transform
this.
into a fist?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, their melee attack is turning
I'll
into a
protect
fist and just
everyone,
bopping.
Whatever we face.
That's good. That's good. I love these slimes.
Show me
Actually,
what
probably
you
some of my favorite slimes in
got. Ready
RPGs.
for battle.
Real talk.
So, are we all ready?
Really, I didn't kill either of them.
Piece of cake.
So, are we all ready?
Must answer my calling. Oh, sorry.
Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
Must answer my calling. I'm ready to follow your path. Be careful, everyone.
Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
No, not the same thing. I want to attack that one.
I'm ready to go.
Got your back. Well done. Reach your end.
Ready for battle.
So, are we all ready?
Must answer my calling.
We're all in good shape, yeah?
I have to try harder.
There we go. That gave
Oh yeah,
her.
that makes a huge difference. She's got up to fucking 400 HP.
Yeah, that gave her enough that she's not gonna get two-shotted quite as likely. How close is everyone else? We should be fine now. I will say one thing I don't like about the battle system in this is I feel like the defend action should not take up as much AP as attack. Because I feel like it really disincentivizes using it.
Right.
Okay, ready?
If anything, defense should be free action, shouldn't it?
So, are we
Or
ready?
like cost
Like
one maybe.
Yeah. Because that it should be such that you'll have like an AP generate.
Yeah.
You know.
Ready for
If the
battle.
defense reduction, if like the damage reduction on defending was
I'm ready to
significant, then I could see it justifying like it costing 2.
It's, if I remember, it's fairly significant.
Like how much?
I think it cuts it by half.
Okay, ready?
Half is actually too low.
So,
It
are
needs
we
to
all
do.
ready?
It needs to. You need to
I'm
go
ready
higher
to
than
go.
that. You need to talk about like 60, like 2/3. 2/3 would be the minimum that I would do if you want to
Got your
justify.
back.
Rippy, are you okay?
Well
She was
done.
having some trouble there.
Let's do
Yeah,
this.
just
Must
me.
answer my calling. Oh, sorry.
I cannot tell you how disappointed I am. Her current HP is 419, though.
Damn, you're right. If only there was some item that could like increase your HP by 1, that would be perfect.
Right.
Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
Look, you can see through its body.
Thank you for that observation, Ripia.
Out of my way.
I mean, you can.
Ready for battle.
So, are we all ready?
She's
I'm
not
ready to
wrong.
I just wasn't ready for that.
As easy as.
That's on the same level. That's like on the same level as fresh.
So I'll go ahead and give the power ring to Alf, because he's not the one getting targeted most of the time.
Well, also to be fair, Alf actually does more damage.
He does, yeah. And... have her top everyone up, and then... So the issue with the MP quicks is that they actually only give 1 MP back.
Oh.
Now, can you skip scenes?
So.
The answer is no, but I can skip the dialogue real fast.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Leave this to me. That you go.
Fine. Come on.
Okay.
Brink, brink, brink.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can skip the cutscenes that, like, progress automatically.
Right.
The cinematics
Yeah.
and all that.
What the heck?
But you can't skip just, you know, a dialogue cutscene.
That's fine. That's a fair compromise.
What was that?
Look up.
Alright.
Because the vast majority of this cutscene was, you know, those.
Yep.
Curses. If. What do you bring it up?
You pasty faced goon.
Gotta look sharp here.
Bring it on, you pasty-faced
So, are
goon.
we all ready?
Take this. Killing you dead. Power of the flame.
I'm serious now.
Take that. Ready for
Much
this?
spicier. Al's damage improved by like.
Yeah, I need to do about 11.
20%.
I need to do about 1100 damage to him.
Yeah.
I noticed that when you damage a target, their square in the bottom right goes like boing, 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 and starts bouncing up and down and stuff.
It's
Yeah.
just like a fucking Grandio. Because the characters, because like
So,
character
I'm ready to
icons in Grandia did that whenever you hit them. But it also made more sense because it plays
Let
into
me
like,
help.
into
Power
how,
of light.
most actions affect
I'm serious now.
like position in the turn order gauge.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's how Grania fucking works.
Yeah.
Do or die. Let's do this.
We're gonna go ahead and have
Must answer my calling.
so.
I'm serious now. No escape for you.
Yeah, that did a noticeable bump to his damage.
Do or die.
So you kind of spread it around that time.
So, are we all ready?
I'm ready to go. Are you alright?
Kind of.
The main thing here that I kind of neglected is that you just want to kind of stay above half health if you can help it.
Right?
Power of the plane. Ready for this?
Because he does that.
It's not looking good.
Does 3 cries like
I'm ready to
auto
go.
crit or something?
I think he just has a
No.
high crit chance.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he just has a naturally high crit chance. The thing you don't want to happen is the last hit
Let
to
me
crit.
help.
Because if he crits with the last hit, it's just like 200 damage.
Cool, thanks.
Yep,
I'm serious now.
sure
Because I
does.
think crit
There's a
damage
lot.
because crit damage seems to be like double damage. So you definitely don't want that last hit to crit at all.
He seems to have a bit of a he seems to have like a bit of, at least a recognizable pattern.
He does, yeah.
Okay, no, he has 3 turn. It seems he has like what 2 or 3 rounds of attacking 3 times. Then he
And then he-
charges.
And does 3 cries
I'm
again.
ready to go.
But he always targets Mark with that.
Are you alright?
Cool, thanks. Try this.
And you can kind of gauge. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that he's got a skill called Deadly Force, which just gives him a guaranteed crit. It's almost like this guy has a thing that he's about.
Right, right.
Whoops.
Let's do this.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm serious now. Take that.
Take this. Eat this.
Just have him next turn.
Power of the plane.
Even if he knocks out Mark, it's fine here.
Because you'll at least have Alpha and Rifia to push him over.
Out of my
God
way.
damn.
That was a triple crit! Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's basically an instant kill.
Yep.
Take that.
Because, yeah, he was...
Are you
No.
sure about that?
The turn just had to finish.
Okay.
I looked at his health. I knew I know what he needs to get to.
Okay.
Okay.
Could this be it?
Lark.
Huh? What's going on? I can feel my power rising.
Really, it's just
Weird.
some anime
This
bullshit.
must be the power
Weird
of the
time to get
Rogues.
an erection, dude.
Is Sima trying to sync with me? It's not looking good. Light of deliverance, shine upon me. Sima!
Witness the
Witness the logos of deliverance.
Here's your pizza!
Only
Making the main character,
346.
making the main character the summoner is kind of
Yeah.
unique though.
Are you running away?
Sorry to disappoint, but unlike you, I prefer brains over brawn.
Brains over brawn, says the guy who just spent the last fight buffing his physical attack power and punching the shit out of us.
But don't worry.
Hey,
I'll
he
be
had
back
the mind to
kill you
buff.
later.
Unlike a certain guy here.
Yeah, who was that jerk? And what just happened anyway?
Jerkman McJerky face.
I don't know. I didn't think Sima would just disappear like that.
Oh yeah. Also,
Well,
we
we're
may
in an
have,
Sima formed
we're in
a
an
pact with
energy
Mark.
crisis.
Now he will
we may
always
have
be
stolen
with
their
him.
power source.
That's going to cause some problems if it's true.
Yeah.
Sima was the only source of the Empire's ray. Without the Rogress, the Empire no longer has an energy supply.
I like that it wasn't even just this town, it was the Empire.
The entire
We
fucking
do have
empire.
reserves, but they won't last very long.
Whoops.
First things first.
Whoopsie.
We have to report about
Well,
this
we
to-
might have
Yeah,
just,
you're right.
if you were wondering if this was too advanced for a medieval fantasy, congratulations, you just made it a medieval fantasy.
We done fucked it. Well, guess we'll just, leave now.
But how are the elevators working without it? No.
I hope the town is all right.
Nope. Took their
If
energy.
that guy's just after you, he probably didn't touch the town. I hope.
Let's report the situation to Clyde and
Tell
head
that to
back
all the
Royal
dead
City.
guards.
If we
Yeah.
don't get word out about the race supply,
He probably didn't touch
things
the
are gonna
town.
get
We
pretty
walked
rough
through the
around
town.
here.
There were a lot of dead guards.
He didn't touch the town, my fucking ass.
I mean, sure, he didn't attack the buildings, I guess.
I should probably use that save point in there. Everyone's at 1 HP.
Yeah,
God,
damn
he
that
killed
Ray.
all the
I'm
guys
running
named
out.
Ray.
You're always so worried about things like an energy crisis of the country you are the
Crisis.
prince of.
Right?
Smug, fucking smug face Lark, just being a smug asshole during an energy crisis.
My problem, I have energy. Well, Lark, you're the new battery. Wait, what?
They just throw him into the jail.
Yep.
Let me just use this real quick.
They fucking like tie him up, and he's just
Are the
sitting
green
there
save
being the new
points
source of
healing?
energy.
Yes.
He looks at them and goes, "Joke's on you. This is my fetish." Wait, that came out wrong. Fuck.
What is a fetish? I'm not explaining this, Rifia!
Oh, they cleaned up the dead guards pretty quick.
Yeah, how
Good
nice
job.
of them.
Didn't touch the town, my fucking ass.
Right?
Oh my god.
A suspicious
Suspicious
man
guy on the stairs, huh? Quiet young man.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
God.
He's suspicious, alright.
No.
It's interesting. It's interesting that he called a woman handsome, though. That's an interesting word choice. She must have a nice jawline.
Alright, can't go through that door. So where's Nico been in all this?
He's been hiding in the bathroom.
I was about to say he's in Matt's bathroom, remember?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Your
What's he
home
doing
is
now?
safe.
Cleaning the shower. Scrub harder!
I could find no sign of you anywhere.
How is the town?
We were able to keep damage to a minimum, thanks to the aid of Rastin, a traveling mercenary.
Oh yeah, him. Where is Rostin now?
Is it Rastin or
He's
Rostin?
chasing down the
Yes.
remaining monsters.
Rastafarianism?
I'm worried, though. It seemed like the enemy was focusing their attack on Dragon
About
Prison.
that.
Well, yeah. Well, good thing about that. There's no more dragon to prison.
Now we can turn it into
The
a
Rogress
soup
disappeared when they
kitchen?
broke the seal on the door? That means we've lost our
Did they
only
lie?
source of
I
rain.
think they might
I
have.
think so.
I am afraid that's right.
Ow.
As Olkina continues
I
to
think he
block the
absolutely
ray
just
stream,
bullshitted the
our
general.
empire will face serious energy shortages.
Huh.
How is Okina able to control the ray stream for themselves?
In the Dragon Descent 1,000 years ago, the Skywalk fell to the Earth. It is said that the Skywalk had the ability to siphon and disperse Ray. Scholars have determined this to be the cause of the ray stream loss.
We had a big planetary power plant, but then it fell down.
Clyde, I want nothing to be said of what has happened here.
But
Yeah,
my
It was a
Order.
gas leak.
I will
Nothing
inform
else.
the Emperor of this. I must take full responsibility for this dilemma.
Even though actually none of it was my fault.
You were with the Prince. How could you let this happen?
I may be why it happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, General.
And you, Rifia, right? Am I to believe that bandits were chasing you? What are we going to do about this?
Clyde,
I'm
leave them
legitimately just
alone.
sitting here and just
I am the one to
imagining,
blame
what
here.
if there was a mod for Arc Christ Fantasia that literally changed nothing?
My prince, as
except
commander of the Imperial
for,
troops stationed
except having
here,
Lark's portrait being nothing but smug Lark for everything.
I beg you to please...
Sorry, General.
That would be pretty funny.
That would be good.
Because I can't help but imagine it. Because I'm expecting it to happen every time. Because that's how grossly they misuse it. So now I'm just psychologically trained to expect it. Even when it's not appropriate. Because they sure as hell don't know when it's appropriate to use it. Oh my god!
There was a skin. Pop up again. There we go.
Yep, just ritual suicides, huge part of the military.
I fucking can't with this game. I fucking can't
Old
with
man
Lark.
Clyde was really furious. Guess I can't blame him.
I'm so sorry.
Rifia, tell me what happened back in Dragon Prison. You said something about a pact?
I was sent to find the child of Isa. My mother said that Sima would be able to lead me to the right path.
Child of Isa? This has something to do with the god Isa?
Yes, the man who uses law to bring understanding to the world. That's you, Lark!
Phew.
Like how she just started shouting that one.
No idea what you're talking about.
Indeed.
This is exactly why I keep thinking
What
this
we
shit.
do know is
That's
that the
not an
Rogress
appropriate
vanished from
expression.
Dragon Prison just after making a pact with you.
Tell me, Rifia, can we bring Sima back?
No, it doesn't work that way.
No way.
Yes, way.
No way.
Enough. Let's get to Royal City.
She learned about the
You're
phrase
going to
"no way"
Royal
15
City?
minutes ago, so by God, she's gonna use the
And you're
response to
coming
it.
too.
That is that.
Wherever
God
you
bless
go,
her.
I will
That's
follow.
actually
You
funny
did
though.
choose me after
Yeah.
all.
Uh,
All right, so where is Royal City?
Southeast of here. Let's go.
Yeah,
this is giving me a headache.
I kind of wish these portraits at least had moving
Lark.
mouths.
Are you
Yeah.
okay? Shall I get you a doctor?
It's just
Stuff
a
like
figure of
that. Stuff
speech.
just like
Give
lip
me a
flaps
break,
helps a little
Rifia.
bit.
Yep,
Or blinking.
or blinking.
Nope, soulless
moving.
gaze.
Wait. She said the person on the stairs was the suspicious one, but that's really a child. That boy is
that guy was.
suspicious.
They said at the
He's
top
on the
of the
top.
stairs.
I don't know if I count that as on the stairs.
It is. It is.
It is.
All right, fine. I wanted to blame the children.
Blame the children on your own time.
This
Yeah,
is
'cause
my
I think
own
this
time.
person is just
Fucking boomer.
Fuck you.
that little kid is just spreading propaganda.
Yep,
That's
right? Knew it.
But now we have enough money to also buy Rifia a new weapon, so we should do that.
Hello
I'm so
again.
glad you said something after that, because if you just stopped at Rifia, I would have just fucking lost it.
We can sell
I have enough money
Riffy.
to buy Rifia.
We have money to buy Rifia. Hello, sir. I would like 1 heroin, please.
1 drugs, please.
My man. Or I guess if you're buying a heroin, it's my woman.
This game doesn't seem too stingy with money, at least.
No, it is not stingy with money at all. That's why I'm buying a bunch of healing items.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking need him. Oh my god.
It's also not
Fucking
stingy with
Liz.
money because of the cost of doing like orb stuff.
I love this
It's
lady's
the cost
look.
of literally everything.
So we're gonna raise her water magic. That's an expensive one, but it's worth it.
Ooh. Okay, and these are like permanent upgrades?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think of it like expanding your orbment in the Trails games.
Hey, hey.
So she's got that. So she's gonna need another slot to put another water orb in before she can get level 2 magic.
Right.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
This really is like fucking Trails in the Sky. Good lord.
Yeah, kinda is. Let's
Just I can't get over how nice and quick saving is. Just lordy, that's nice.
book it on over to the Royal City. Wanna go follow the road. Ignore the enemies.
Woo!
But not these enemies, because they're new.
This is our chance.
Piece of cake.
Dogs.
Dope.
Dogs. Dogs.
Don't know why they're called scions, but
Let's do this.
I'm ready to go.
Cylons. Oh shit, Battlestar.
Try this.
I just noticed that your AP region rate
Piece
is
of
up.
cake.
it was for that
Let's
first
do
turn.
this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
Must
first
answer
strike.
my
That's right.
calling.
Yep.
That's your perk. You get
Follow
more.
your
You get
will.
more on your first turn.
We can do this
Yep.
again.
That makes sense. Oh my gosh.
That was easy enough.
Hey, you got
For
liver.
improvement there.
Yeah, these things are actually worth
Best.
killing because they're worth twice the
Piece of
experience
cake.
the stuff in Dragon Person even was.
You gotta kill that
Belka.
squirrel. That squirrel's obviously the ringleader.
Use
Squirrel
this.
named Belka.
Belka.
Take this. Eat this too. That's it?
Fucking just smashed him into the earth.
Delete wolf.
Ready for battle.
Let's do this.
I'm ready to go. So sorry.
I'm sorry, the squeaky toy notices
Ready
are
for
so
battle.
much.
So, are we all ready?
Squeaky.
I guess progress is progress.
You stole my acorn. You owe me another acorn. Squeak, squeak, squeaker, squeak,
Heads up,
squeak.
folks. Ready for battle.
I get that reference.
So, are we all
Thank
ready?
you.
Take this. Eat this too.
Delete squirrel.
I'm serious now. Take that!
We're having squirrel tonight.
Piece of cake.
So, are we all ready?
I'm ready to
We're
go.
gonna be down in 5 tonight.
Meet your
Yeah.
Hey, did anyone get hurt?
Oh, I should
Wait,
probably,
let's get out
uh,
the rotisserie. Equip the new weapon, or
Go ahead and pull that out of it. Put that one and stick this magic plus 2 into it. Wait, who's... Oh, Alf's got the HP plus 100. That's what it was. Okay. Oh, I see that big one.
That's a big fat chicken.
Ready for battle.
That is a big
Or is that a
bird.
turd?
So, are we all ready?
I was
They're
the
cute,
bad
but we
big
still
bird.
have to fight them.
Yeah. Meet your end.
So sorry. That did it!
Piece of cake.
Let's do this.
See ya. You messed with the
Ooh, big bird.
We should attack while we can.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my lord.
Beak.
So, are we all
Hello,
ready?
my name is Beak.
I'm ready to
Beak.
Becky, let me smash.
Have you brought any bird seed for Beak?
It's got a
Let me
crown.
help.
I love it.
Light, shine upon thee.
Kind of you.
You'll be fine now.
I'm serious now. Huh? Take that!
Belate that fucking squirrel.
Pardon me.
piece of cake.
Excuse me, pardon me.
So, are we all ready? I'm serious now. No escape for you.
Take this. Killing you dead. That's it.
Oh shit, there's a squirrel still.
Ready for battle.
Did you forget about the squirrel?
I did forget about it.
Squirrel. The classic blunder.
So, are we all ready?
I do still like the line just killing you dead.
Thank you.
Don't worry
It's
about
so
it.
good.
Meet your end. I missed.
See ya.
Boy,
As easy as it gets.
East.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why there's a normal enemy called Beak, but I'm... God, you get to fight it again.
Oh, they're just regular. There's two of them.
Ready?
Oh,
Ready for
God.
there's two of them.
I brought my brother. His name is also
So,
Beak.
are we all ready?
These things are actually weak to Earth. So,
Take this. Eat this too.
Yeah.
Earth and spear. It's working.
excuse me, pardon me.
Ready for battle.
So, are we all ready?
Must answer my calling. Following your lead. That went nicely. So sorry. Nicely done, everyone. I have to try harder.
Funnily enough, two of those things is worth less experience than just fighting some of these wolves.
These wolves and
Don't
squirrels.
get too happy, Kay.
Ah, a
Piece of
variety
cake.
platter.
I was gonna say combo.
Let's do this.
Must answer my calling. Let me help. Light, shine upon thee.
Kind of you.
You'll be fine
Take
now.
this. Eat this too.
Wolf.
You have not
Ready
given
for
me the
battle.
bird seed.
Let's do this. I'm serious now. Take that!
Squeaky.
Ready for battle.
So, are we all ready?
Must answer my calling.
See ya.
So sorry. Is it over?
Okay, let's go ahead and just make our way to the town.
Woo!
Oh.
The Percival. Until I fell off of it.
Till I jumped off of it with one of the dragons.
Yep.
No, more like he was knocked off by it.
Yeah, true. Diamant.
Where is Nico? Why do you care? Nico.
No.
Yes. No, he's not.
Also, yep, third Nomad Son.
Yeah! The Nomad Son family.
Wait till you see the 14th Nomad Son.
Picky guy. For a second, I thought it said pickle guy, and it's just like, this guy must really love pickles, huh?
Turned
It's
himself
this
into a
game's
pickle.
response. I was gonna say it's this game's response to the cabbage merchant. My pickles. This is a pretty interesting design for the city. I like it.
It's like built into the side of a cliff.
Yeah, makes it very defensible and all that shit. Or very obnoxious to run on infrastructure, so go figure.
Why are there a bunch of light ships? Because dragons.
Yep.
That's... person on the right.
Aggressive
vendor.
There we go. I was gonna say, one of these people has a healing item for me.
Don't move.
General Freya.
Prince Alphonse. The Dragon Prison seal. It was broken.
Who could have told them that?
How did you know that?
Who else was there that was here?
Corporal Nico Benix reported the incident.
Nice fucking going.
You little snitch, Nico!
Alf only broke the dragon prison
Was I not
seal
supposed to do
so that he
that?
could save me. It is my fault, not his. Please, don't blame him.
It is only the Emperor, or his agents, that have the authority to break that seal. In the Meridian Bible, it is inscribed as law.
As
I'm the
law.
one who broke the law. You can arrest me. Leave them out of this.
Prince Weiss has ordered the arrest of all those involved.
Good fucking going,
Arrest
Nico.
all 3 of them.
To be fair, he was doing his job in that case. It's not his fault that they decided to fucking lie and try to cover it up. I get that this game is going to play like it's his fucking fault, but, he reported what happened.
Yeah. It's just that Nico doesn't really ingratiate you to himself very good early on. Also, say hi to Prince Weiss.
Gee, I wonder if
Lord
he's
Mahad
going to be
has
a
been
villain.
poisoned, or some such. He's
What?
not feeling well.
Hmm.
I will deal with you in his place.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright.
Looking good, Lark. Especially
Just
for a man
leaving
who
no
just stole
doubts
our
as to this
progress.
man's alignment.
I couldn't think
Is there
emoji
something you'd
any
like to say?
harder right now.
Nah, this is a job for
You
Thonk.
may speak.
This is 100% the job for Thonk, and I
happened with
still
Sima
can't Thonk
was
hard enough
beyond our
at what the
control.
fuck he just said.
I don't
But he
care.
literally been
Huh?
with
I don't care.
I thought I explained this to you. Lark wasn't trying to steal Sima from Dragon Prison. Silence, Elf! I don't remember.
Silence,
asking
Elf!
you.
This guy is voiced by
Thanks for giving
Koyasu
me-
in Japanese.
Of course he
Really?
is.
What matters now
That is like 100% the
is that
Koyasu
our
role.
progress
Correct.
is gone.
You know what?
He's not.
Vice has a
He
point.
forged a bond with Lark, the child of
This
Isa.
guy's delivery might be my favorite. Our progress is gone.
You dropped your knife.
You were either too slow to react, or you've really got some guts.
Your Highness, what are you doing?
I'm practicing my knife throwing.
That fell in Okina?
Yes.
Not the time for smuggler.
They're the culprits here. We need to stop the Skywalk, or else our ray-starved empire will be no more.
Okina has refused our requests to deactivate the Skywalk. They claim it's their historical right.
Okay, this guy sounds like he was dragged into the studio and told to read a paper.
By imperial command of the Crown Prince, Legionary
line.
Mark, Bright Lagoon will lead the operation.
Yeah.
You are
Mark,
to infiltrate
Bright
the
Lagoon.
Okina capital and render the Skywalk completely inoperational.
Huh.
First Sergeant Lagoon will be entrusted with choosing his partners. Furthermore, the Republican diva must accompany the Force. That is all.
Me?
They even called it Republican. I was joking earlier.
Satisfied. You are hardly able to refuse. Under normal circumstances.
God, this
you and
man
your
has a
family
can
will be
opener chin.
executed.
That's how you know he's evil.
That's how you know he's voiced by Koyasu.
He's sitting,
true.
he's sitting there opening a can of beans with his chin as he's talking.
Are you alright, Lurk?
Well, I'm not
He
dead.
stops and looks at the can of beans. It's just like, I don't even like beans, and throws it at the
What's
fucking
going
Prime
on?
Minister.
Why does Riffy have to be involved?
I don't know.
Looks at him
What
and
is my
just
brother
starts
thinking?
yelling, "Now clean up this mess you made!" And he goes,
As long
"Yes,
as I'm
sir."
with you, Lark, I'll go anywhere I'm asked.
You weren't
I
asked.
guess
You
I'll
were
go see
ordered.
I'll go with you.
There is a
If
difference
things
in
go
this
wrong, it'll lead
case.
to war. I need to know what my brother wants.
He wants war.
Yeah.
He very clearly
War.
wants war.
War.
What is it good for? Him.
So yeah, sometimes there are hidden items in just like places like this.
Uh-huh.
That's just a corner.
That liquid is super high. Maybe don't lie to the military next time. What?
Hall of Mirrors, I can see why it's called that. It's very pretty.
Fine.
Sir Weiss told us to go somewhere. Let's just leave the castle.
Let's see. I know there's some hidden stuff around and about. Yeah, there we are.
That's not really hidden, John.
Can't go between these? Sir, you're standing literally fine.
You gotta go the long way around. Nice.
3,000 men named Rico were shoved into that chest.
Check under this bed.
Are you fucking shitting me? Really? Really? This is some fucking 1980s RPG bullshit right now.
Yep, you really do gotta be just rubbing your face into every... Why are you sticking your face under my bed? Hold on.
Well, not the cure all. It's just like, thanks. That was there this entire time?
Man, we must have not swept under there in a couple of years. Cuts over to Lark with just all this like fuzz and dirt on his face. No kidding.
What's in the dungeons?
A dude with a table.
Olger Chief Guard.
I'm just gonna sit there on that for a minute and just go, do you think he's a good guy?
My loving prince instantly executes all captured criminals. He's an awful man despite his good looks.
Where's the poster of the prince for him to ogle at?
It's probably in that book. He probably keeps it hidden. So that way, you know, if I saw him ogling a picture of himself, he'd probably get really freaked out and then execute him on the spot. Which he low-key wants, but he doesn't want it at, like, in an opportune time, you know? Time, it's gotta be just right.
Go, another stupid ass hidden item.
Hi, Liquid.
Right there!
Just against the wall. Remember that time in Tales of the Abyss where you just walk in on Van in his office at one point?
Here's your contract.
Yep.
What? Are you still upset? I trust that money is not the issue here.
This guy looks like he belongs in Gundam Wing.
Steal the Rogress.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. His eyebrows aren't big enough for Gundam Wing.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead, all can be forgiven with just one mission. You really can't complain. Actually, you should be thanking me.
Actually, Vice has a point.
For a lowly legionnaire to have the honor of
We did kind of steal the power slice for the entire Empire.
He's not entirely wrong. He actually has a really good point here.
He's just an asshole.
Yep.
I think, you know, it's kind of nice that he's actually, like, very grounded in what he's saying and what he's doing. At least here.
I never dreamed that you would bring a
angry face
North Noiris diva here with you. Weiss.
Weiss gets racist.
Sir
That's
Weiss,
a weird
why
hook.
must the disgusting diva accompany me on this mission?
Riffy is just like, I'm standing right here.
That wretched skywalk. They're kept there by the Alkenian divas. Those Alkena scum place all their faith in them. To disable
They're
the
religious.
Skywalker,
How
you must quell them
disgusting.
first. It will not be an easy task. For normal people, that is.
So Lark needs to neutralize the Alkena Rogress by binding with it like he did with Sima.
Yes. I understand that Lark managed.
If we can't have power, no one has
can
power.
Do you believe you can do that?
I'm sending you on a mission to turn their lights off.
You expect me to know? Hacks?
When you boil it
The
down to its
child
bare
of Issa?
basics, this
I have
plan
no
is
clue
really
what's
fucking
going
stupid. Like, what Vice actually wants out of you
Well,
is really
exactly.
fucking stupid.
That's why
I like how
ordered
that
Wilbur to accompany
harness
you.
that Lark has just looks like he's wearing a backpack.
I'm getting sick of this.
Like he's going to
What
school,
exactly
but he
does
has,
bonding with
but it's a very
Rogress
tiny
mean
backpack.
anyway?
After the child of
Does he
Issa
do the
chooses a
thing
law,
that
the
he has like a
Rogress power
magnet on
allows
his
him to
back for
understand
the
how
sword?
world works.
I
It's
think
like
so.
It's not connected to anything. It might be, I
I
guess.
don't even know what a child of Issa is.
The god Issa controls the world from the holy land of Noir.
I know that already, but what does that have to do with Lark being the child of Issa?
So, are you Issa's blood relative or just an agent? I wish this was all clearer.
Do I look like some kind of divine agent to you?
Rifia, is it true that Lark already chose
Lark didn't choose
Imaginal's
shit.
law?
Lark didn't know what he was getting himself into.
O ye ruler, chooseth thy law. Take from it a new law.
The new
inviting
law,
understanding and
understanding and reason.
thus creating innovation unto the world. In other words, the creation of a new country.
What was that?
Pardon?
A passage from the introduction of the Meridian Bible.
The Meridian Bible? The origin of the Empire's governing laws? Sounds pretty abstract.
Indeed.
That's because
the
it kind of
introduction
is.
Lark, your fate is in the hands of things of which you have no comprehension.
That's true.
I like how jazzed he is to say that.
Please tell me.
You don't understand shit.
Vice is literally
I will,
Vice is genuinely
but
just
not
happy
until
to
after
be
you've
here,
completed
but
this
also
mission.
incredibly evil.
I kind of love him.
Then we will know if you are
Yeah, he's
truly
kinda
the
great.
child of Issa. Vice,
This is one of those. Well, if you survive, we know you're special, and if you die, you aren't.
Sure
Well, if you
will.
die, that's-
May it come
I was about to
quickly.
say, well, if you don't die, we know you're
Vice, if we end up in a war, it will be our subjects
Vice,
who
this will
suffer
cause
the
a war.
most.
Yeah, nice.
And they do not suffer now from Alkina's
Like I
meddling
said,
with
he
the race
belongs in
dream?
Gundam Wing.
I love this guy. It's the best character in the
Surely,
game
with the
so
right
far.
diplomacy.
He's just like, hell yeah, war.
I'm afraid the time for negotiating disappeared with Sima. Thanks to you rather carelessly breaking the seal at Dragon Prison, I should add. But
Ooh.
if you're so worried about conflict, then why don't you join Lark on his mission? Do I have permission to do so? Even if I gave you permission, I doubt Father would ever allow it. Neither would the nobles or commoners, hoping you'll be the next emperor. Enough of this! Be gone!
I love Weiss so much.
This man is
absolutely
just
no idea
chewing
what's
all
going
of his lines.
He's doing smoke face.
It
Yep.
looks like my brother knows what
I
Rifia
am
is trying to do.
absolutely,
I am merely guiding the child of Issa.
I'm sure you are. Once this mission is over, we'll make Sir
Why?
Vice
This
tell us everything he knows.
Have you
I'm
even
so
tried to think
confused
any
by
of
this.
over?
John, I realized what it is with Rifia. Every
I
fucking
wouldn't know where to
interaction with
start.
her is the equivalent
The important
of,
thing
what do
here
you
is
have
the
there?
money
A
I'm getting.
smoothie?
Once I complete
Yeah.
the mission in Anthrax, I'll have as much cash as I can ever want.
Anthrax.
Yeah, yeah,
Are we going to the castle Anthrax?
yes.
Their beacon is grail
Oh,
shaped.
right. I have to bring her along too. I wonder who I should choose for the group.
How about we think it over after getting back to your house?
Absolutely
I bet
losing
your
it
mother and
over
Master
this one
Zaniel are worried.
emotive
To say
pose.
nothing of Adele, too.
I can't
I
take
guess so.
it
Come on,
anymore.
Rifia. We're going home.
To the Republic?
No, to my home. I'm staying at Samuel's martial arts school in the castle town.
This
I'll set it up
expression
so
is
that you can
costing
stay
me
there
my
too.
fucking sanity.
The last episode of this is just going to be Frog lying on
If
the
you've
ground
got a
going,
problem with that, I could ask Alf.
The last episode of me is going to be
no.
me transforming
I'm
into
happy
Lark
this way.
perpetually in that expression.
Great.
It's going to become
Then-
all-consuming.
Just
I'm
permanent
coming
smoke
too.
face.
I should pay my respect.
Really? Well, okay.
Alright, we'll go
John,
meet
that's
Master
what the-
Samuel, and that'll be a good spot to stop, is meeting him.
John, you know what it is?
What?
It's the sneer emote coming to bite me in the ass.
It is.
True.
Lark, help me!
Fuck
No. Nico, please, I will pay you to not go on this mission with us.
My prince.
I will literally do this mission for free by
Alf's trying
paying
to
you
keep a
not
low
to come
profile.
on it.
Do you need guards to escort you?
Not for this trip, no. Besides, I've got Lark here.
My prince, I don't know if you should be so familiar with the common legionnaire.
Lark is a very dear friend to me.
Look, forget about that! Sir Alf, I need
Sir
your
Alf,
help!
I need your help!
They're taking me to
They're
the
taking me to the
stockade!
stockade!
Stockade?
It's like a prison.
Oh, I was
Oh.
gonna say it's a delicious drink
He fled
made
from
of beef
Dragon
stock.
Prison, my prince, thus
Stockade.
deserting his duty.
Heh, I guess you're right. I forgot about that.
It's all
Appropriate.
lies,
I
Mr.
can-
Lark! I went to get help, that's it!
Sure thing, Nico.
Not only did you run out on us, but you betrayed us all to Vice. Some jail time could do you good.
They've made it clear there is no jail time here. Weiss just executes them.
Yeah, right. That's why Nico. That's why Nico wants help.
Well, bye,
Nico.
Nico.
there's no- Yeah.
And then Nico got
Maybe we should've
executed by...
Right.
What's the deal with execution?
Nah, he had it
You,
coming.
you go outside, this body's just swinging from the
He
gallows.
abandoned the prince,
Oh.
so he's being punished for it. Let's get going.
And he's a fucking snitch, too.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later,
He's a
loser.
snitch and a bitch.
And he won't stop talking like Jerry Seinfeld, the worst crime of all.
Can't go there.
Vice and Lark.
I noticed
Same
some
old
people do.
Vice.
I do notice some people say Vice and some people say Weiss.
It's Vice. It's Vice. Just going with Vice because that's the correct way to say it.
It's actually supposed to be like beasts, if I recall.
Beasts.
Beast cheese. Brother from another mother.
Not uncommon with royalty.
Nope.
Why do you respect him, though? I just really appreciate people that just kill everyone in prison.
I like these two guys just sitting here going, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I really appreciate.
yeah.
I really.
They're pogging.
I really appreciate a man who can open a can with his chin. I wish I could open a can with my chin. What happens when you try to open a can with your chin? I bleed.
A lot.
Maybe you shouldn't do that then. But I want to, but don't.
You tricked us.
I beg your pardon?
How can you say that? We was just helping you out.
Oh, I love this thug voice.
The South religion we does.
Oh my god!
These pagans could have been skewered by that nasty crown prince.
Pagans could have been skewed by the
What?
Creatures.
What?
Forests come from South Noir. We are all of Issa's flock.
Yeah. Yous can teach us all about it.
This place ain't no good for you. We's gonna go someplace quieter.
What the fuck?
Stop, please.
Lark,
No.
we have to help them. I can't stand by while women are being attacked.
It is important for us to protect the preachers.
Fine. Protect the weak. Blah, blah.
Insolence. Take your hands off Luz.
Ow!
Ow!
Stupid girl.
Might have bit
Treat
me.
you nicely. Now look what you gone and done.
Might hurt.
Sora!
What the?
This is a thrilling fight scene we're witnessing
I
here.
don't appreciate this kind of treatment.
The budget didn't go to this
I don't
part.
remember asking
Nope.
you, man.
You's gonna be sorry if you get in the way.
God, I love these thugs' voices.
Splattered all over the ground.
God damn, Lark.
We got to get out of here.
Please get out of here.
Whoa.
Thank you for helping us.
No thanks are necessary. I'm glad you're safe.
What was that all about?
We were mistaken for Alkinians and refused board at an inn. They summoned the town guard.
Then those two said they'd show us a nicer inn, and they wouldn't take no for an answer.
I've heard about bandits kidnapping women to sell later. I imagine that's what they had planned for you two.
Are people of other religions not allowed to use inns? I'm
Rifia,
not
why is
polarized,
that the
but I
part you
still stay in
questioned?
one.
Right?
No, it doesn't work that way.
And not the human trafficking
Maybe
implication.
not.
We just
But
Right.
Alkinians getting the cold shoulder sure isn't anything new around here.
Alkinians believe that prayer and martyrdom guarantee glory in the afterlife. Not everyone agrees.
Are you a North Noirist diva?
Okay, that expression looks like more mischievous than it should.
Right.
Yes, I am.
Hey.
That's strange. I wonder
the
why
blue-haired
there are
lady
two of
actually
you.
has a pretty good voice.
Two? Hey, how do you know about Rifia?
We've been to Benetnash to preach the sacred word.
Choosing one
For the
thing
record, these
means
characters
that
are plot
something
important.
else
I
must
would
be
suggest
foregone.
not looking them up.
It matters not what our soul hopes for. What is chosen survives. What is not dies. Please do not forget this.
Luz.
Wait, what did you say?
Come, Sora. Shall we
I
go?
was saying don't necessarily go looking for like who the voice actors for these characters are.
I was joking.
Oh.
She said, "Please don't
Whoa,
forget this."
wait a
So I
second.
was.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I obviously was very convincing.
Yes.
Did you have something you
Yeah,
wanted
but you
to
also
say?
zone out sometimes.
Not as
Man,
not
why do
that
religious
often.
That's true.
people
Ruin's
have
the
to
one that
be
does
so
that more.
weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said that like literally as I was on the character page.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty good about it
Don't
these
worry,
days.
The spoilers
I
were
don't- I
marked.
wasn't
Don't
gonna look
worry.
it up.
The blue-haired lady is voiced by Tier, by the way.
Is she?
Yeah.
Really?
Not the English Tier, but...
Oh, in Japanese. Okay, I was like...
Wait,
but they didn't dub that here.
Sora is voiced by Tier in Japanese?
Yeah.
Nice.
And the parallels continue.
Was Koyasu in Abyss in Japanese?
He's the voice of Jade.
Okay. That's right, he is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Lark! Oh, an elf too. Welcome home.
Oh, an
It's
elf
good
too.
to be back. How's Mom's condition?
But she's been
What
worried
kind of
about
response
you.
You didn't answer the question!
Message that you didn't arrest
Didn't even answer the...
I'm sorry.
How's Mom
It was
doing?
all because of me. It's my fault. I wasn't able to keep him out of trouble.
You can apologize to Auntie if you must.
I suppose so.
Don't sweat it. It wasn't your fault.
This girl really looks like
Anyway,
a
Adele,
Eureka
where's
7
Samuel?
character.
She really does.
He's out right now. Did you need something?
Yeah. I just wanted to let him know that I'll be going away on a mission for a while.
Oh, really? For how long?
Who knows?
Huh? Who knows? Mark, who's this?
Oh yeah, she's Rifia. It's a long story, but she's coming with us. Can you let her stay here till we leave?
I'm Rifia. Nice to meet you.
This
You just got
contract is gonna
introduced,
be
but
huge.
okay.
I'll be rolling in it, I promise.
Also, if I
That'll
don't
take
do
care
it,
of all the
I'm
debts.
dead.
Well, I'm gonna go see Mom.
She's going to be traveling with Lark too?
Well, yes.
Uh-oh,
But
we got a
Adele,
clinging childhood
Lark
friend.
was ordered to
Maybe
take
a
her.
little bit.
You see?
Hey, Alf! Come say hello to Mom!
I'll be right there. Listen, Adele. There's nothing to worry about. They're not
There's
together.
everything to worry about.
Huh?
Absolutely everything.
Whoa, whoa. What are you talking about, Alf? Hey, Alf, don't get ahead of yourself. It's nothing like that at all.
Alf!
Look.
Meanwhile, the soulless
characters.
child continues to swing his stick in the
The
background.
I'd like to point out. I'd like to point out that.
The fly characters are actually pretty expressive.
Yeah, no, that was actually something I was going to point out. Not accounting for the 2D art, but like the actual expressions in the character models are like really good.
Yeah, the character models in this game are actually really good for
Lark,
like,
I was
especially
so
the time this game was
worried.
made.
2009.
Sorry, Mom.
My sincerest apologies for worrying you, Elena.
Prince Alf.
No need to get up for
Lark
me.
must get his hair
Not in
color
your
from his dad.
condition.
Definitely, 100%.
Please forgive my directness. But why did Prince Vice arrest Lark anyway?
No
Well,
big deal. I got a new mission out of it in
It's
the
no big
end.
deal. I just stole
he
the
wanted.
entire.
He arrested
Oh,
me because he
our
wanted to
story.
hire me. He's a
Say,
fucker like
who's
that.
the young lady behind you?
Oh no.
She's working for me. Sir Vice ordered her on the mission with me.
I'm working for you.
Just go along with it, okay? How else are we gonna explain it?
Nah,
Nice
she's
to
gonna
meet
get
you,
the right
Elena.
idea.
I'm working for Lark.
Don't you have a name?
Oh, sorry. I'm Rifia. I'm a diva from the Tremillian Republic.
Rifia, perhaps you should learn not to be
Rifia,
quite
maybe
so
you shouldn't just tell
forthcoming with
people
that
that.
information.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
honest
this
to a
ain't the
fault.
Republic. It might be best to keep your identity a secret when traveling abroad.
Really?
We'll give you a
I
nickname.
hadn't
We'll
really
go
thought
with
about it like
Dagger. I'm sorry,
Thank
that's
you,
freaking
you two.
stupid, Lark. Okay,
You're
fine.
a very interesting young girl, Rifia. I hope Lark can be quite uncivilized, but please look after him.
He's a
Lark-
dumb fucker.
Lark's mom just looks perpetually like done with this.
You're
Well, I mean,
She
is
had
dead.
she had to raise Lark. What do you
Lark is very
expect?
gentle, actually. Oh my.
He's very gentle when he's chopping
who
squirrels
you
in
call
half with
gentle?
his broadsword.
Well, I must be off. Elena, please
He
take care
explains
of yourself.
colloquialisms
Oh,
to
sure.
me.
See you when I'm back.
Yes, way.
Wait a minute, Lark. Nice to meet
The
you,
devil must
Elena.
be beating his
Goodbye.
wife.
God, I know that's never gonna come up again, but that's just what they chose.
Yep, they went
They
with that.
committed to
I
it,
like all the
Roger, that's
weapons
that.
on the wall.
Hey, it's a
Hey,
weapon.
you got a wooden sword.
You bonk things.
Yep. Can do a
I mean, I'm
bonk.
sure it has. Oh.
Stuck on chairs. Stuck on scenery.
It's a pity I wasn't able to
That's
meet
right, we don't
Master
actually get to
Samuel.
meet Samuel yet. Alright, well, next save point I find, we'll stop there.
What is he a master of?
I think I might just go back to this town entrance. I think there was one there.
Sword fighting.
There was.
He taught us. You thought he was a math teacher or something?
That's a good line.
She was
When
thinking
Master
anything.
Samuel was invited to the castle.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Alf, I almost
How
forgot.
would you?
Could you have the contract money from the Fell Dragon hunt sent to the doctor?
The doctor?
What?
You saw my mom, didn't you? She's sick.
Lark
anime
wanted to create
tuberculosis.
his own mercenary outfit. But he became a legionnaire in order to pay for his mother's treatment.
Alf, I didn't ask you to give her the whole story.
Sorry.
I already told her
I'll
my
take care of
dad,
the
like,
contract money for
died
you,
and
okay?
stuff, so...
See you later.
Jeez.
You'll hear from
Might
the
as well
army
just commit the
tomorrow
whole 9
about
yards.
The Anthrax mission.
Anthrax mission.
Anthrax, eh?
Yeah, the left the party jingle just sounds like the tune when like a weapon breaks in Fire Emblem.
Right, just...
Well, I
True.
already introduced you to Adele. So make yourself at home.
Yeah.
We've
What are you
already
gonna
said
do?
hello from the other side, so...
Well, I'll hang around for a bit, I guess. Then I'll go to bed once I get tired.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Why?
Because I want to be with you.
Aw, how adorable.
I finally found a child of Issa. I wouldn't dream of parting ways with you now.
Well, this is
Huh?
gonna get awkward
Not
fast.
that again. On second thought, maybe I'll just go to bed now.
I'll go with you. No, it doesn't work like that.
Let's see. Is there a save point up here somewhere?
You could probably just go back to the town entrance.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay. That's a good spot to stop.
God, I was not ready for the kind of ride this game was going to be.
I love it already, honestly.
This is going to be a trip.
It gets better.
That's what I'm afraid of.
The devil must be beating his wife.
I really
Beating his wife.